BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks, welcomes you with the lock of the year. So all you have to do to get in on this lock, very simple. Tomorrow night, you've got Thursday Night Football. Pittsburgh's taking on Minnesota. Well, there's only one place that you could put $10 on the money line and win $200 back. That's BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. Here's how you get in on that offer, though. You have to go over to BetMGM.com or you download the BetMGM app and you register. And when they ask you for a bonus code, type in Pat Egan 200. Then make sure your first bet is $10 on the money line for either team, Pittsburgh or Minnesota. Truthfully, it doesn't really matter because if either team scores a touchdown, you'll win $200 in free bets regardless of your original bet's outcome. But you have to register with BetMGM and you have to use the bonus code Pat Egan 200. So get over there today, register, enter Pat Egan 200. Make sure your first wager is $10 money line, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, and when the first touchdown is scored, you'll win. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older. Pennsylvania only to wager. New customer offer, paid and free bets. All promotions subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards if there's non-eligible free bets or site credit. Free bets expire within 7 days of issuance. If you or somebody you know has gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown.
Hi, I'm Steven Singer. Yep, that's me, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. People ask, what does this mean, I hate Steven Singer? Well, most other jewelers love to sell diamond studs that are cheap. They have a name for it, frozen spit. I'm serious. That's what other jewelers call their own products, frozen spit. Can you imagine buying a cloudy diamond that's milky color? Oh my, buy real diamonds from a real jeweler. Steven Singer Jewelers, who backs up every diamond with a real lifetime full trade-in value. The best money-back guarantee in the business. Here's why. Other jewelers hate our beautiful Anita diamond studs because ours are 100% eye flawless and near colorless. Beautiful stuff. They come complete with our 14-karat safety silicone backs, so she never has to worry about losing them or outgrowing them because our diamonds are such nice quality that we offer everyone a lifetime upgrade. You can trade in your Anita diamond studs and get exactly what you paid for them. I wish I could trade in my old iPhone and get what I paid. Visit me, the real Steven Singer, at the other corner of 8th and Walnut or online at IHateStevenSinger.com. One place, one price.
Hey, it's Rich Gannon, and one of the things I love most about my Parx Sportsbook app is that it's not just about the teams and only picking teams when you place your bets. The Parx Sportsbook app is so much more than just spreads and over-unders. The Parx Sportsbook app knows that you love to follow players. That's why they offer lots of action and so many different ways to bet on individual player performances. Following players and betting on their individual performances makes watching the game that much more exciting. In football, bet on passing and rushing yards. Bet on who scores touchdowns. In hoops, bet points, rebounds, and assists. In hockey, bet on goal scorers. Plus, with live in-game betting and wildly popular same-game parlays, the Parx Sportsbook app is custom-made for you, the real Philly sports fan. That's why it's the only sportsbook app that I recommend. Sign up now and just download the app and get your first bet risk-free, up to $500. Go to parxcasino.com/PA and use my promo code Philly. Your risk-free bet refunded in-site credit.
The website has all the terms and conditions. You must be 21 and in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So it's about that time for an oil change? We've got what you need. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Castrol Edge Full Synthetic or Full Synthetic High Mileage and an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for just $31.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a pricey long-term contract to get in on the action. Well, no more, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide with plans starting at just $35 a month with no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A32 5G for only $299, all on America's best networks. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required, actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
In college football, Goodyear knows a new season means new possibilities, where every Saturday is an opportunity on the road to greatness. No matter if you're out there playing your hardest or cheering the loudest from the sidelines, tailgating in the parking lot, or your favorite spot to watch the game, Goodyear knows passion is what drives us forward all the way to the playoffs. That's the road that moves us. Goodyear, more driven.
I'm not saying you have to love football. We all have different likes and dislikes, people. Personally, I'm not a fan of the avocado. I just don't like the mouthfeel. But if you're so someone who loves football, truly loves it well, my sportsbook app might be the greatest thing that has ever happened to you.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? New Jersey and Pennsylvania. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
You know a spot, but not just a spot. The spot. Actually, with the all-new Nissan Frontier, you know a bunch of them. But the key to these great spots? Being able to reach them in the first place. Your spot is out there. Find your Frontier in the all-new 2022 Nissan Frontier with standard 310 horsepower, advanced tech, and 281 pound-foot of torque.
Amazon has you covered. They are offering more jobs than Jersey has hoagies. Plus, you can earn sign-on bonuses up to $3,000 and pay up to $24.25 per hour. Many jobs come with great benefits that start on your first day, and Amazon offers a variety of paths for career growth. They even have flexible shifts and schedules so you can work when it works for you. Go to Amazon.com/JerseyJobs to get started today. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Hello, Mr. Vending Machine. Maybe chips. Come on, dollar. It's flat. What?
There's a better way to pay. With a Citizens card in your digital wallet, you'll never have to hear again. Paying with Citizens. One ding and you're done. Citizens made ready. Visit citizensbank.com/ding to learn more.
Wireless carrier, text, and/or data charges may apply. Citizens is a brand name of Citizens Bank and a member FDIC.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. It's time now for Cuz Radio.
What up, Cuz? Deshaun Jackson gets a block. Are you kidding?
Talking with the Cuz.
Go Cuz. How you doing?
Stairs rips one into the night.
Stolen by the doctor. Yes, he's got it. Here he comes. Ray rocked the baby to sleep and slam dunk.
Look, Cuz, don't even try it, okay?
Now here's Anthony Gargano.
Why don't you get the hell out of here, Cuz?
Good morning, motherfuckers. Happy Thursday to all across the Delaware Valley. It's a Thursday, baby. One day away from the solace of the weekend, and let's get away with it. It's a win, right? We're not too good right now, too proud to celebrate a victory against Charlotte or anybody else. So, Judas, play the freaking song. Listen, sometimes
get excited
when you're a man, you're a person that needs sustenance. You'll take a win over the Charlotte. You'll take that kind of win over a depleted Charlotte team, by the way, without a couple of its best players. But that's all right. It was a win. And it is great to watch Joel play, and, so that was good. And I got to tell you, I'm struggling today. I'm struggling. Yesterday was a fun day. I thank you guys for the incredible Good Deed show and, painting a smile across the faces of the Philadelphia sports fans. I thought absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Some of the great things that people did were incredible. So today's a good day, I think, to kind of take stock of where we're at. All right? Sometimes you need to take inventory. That's also part of the getting ready for the new year, the newness of a new Adam, right? It's a good way to take a little stock. And I want to spend a good portion of the show. We got a lot of fun things that we're going to get to, and we're going to screw around today. I need some levity in my life.
I agree.
All right, that's for sure. But let me just say this to you. I want to discuss, in particular, Nick Sirianni. All right, we have not really dove deeply into how you guys feel about him. How good is he? What's been his, strengths and weaknesses and what we see? Right? Like we talk ad nauseum about the quarterback situation, right? We always talk quarterback situation. And it's kind of odd because Sirianni's kind of used as an excuse for Hurts or maybe Minshew or whatever, the quarterback. It's like, well, whatever. That is what it is. And I want to dive into just who we think he is. Like, let's face it. If I said to you after the first year, Andy Reid, we would have spent hours and hours and hours talking about Andy Reid. Right? Chip Kelly was a huge talking point. So was Dougie P. Huge talking point. But it's odd that Nick Sirianni is not. We don't really talk a lot about him other than, I think there's blanket statements that are said. And again, I don't know how I feel. I think part of it is that Sirianni, he's interesting to me in that there's nothing that stands out, right? Forget about T-shirts and forget about, press conferences. What do we see from him as a coach? See, I don't know. Is he hamstrung by the quarterbacks? Like, is that again, I think about Devontae Smith. I got to believe that he's trying to make sure that Devontae Smith gets his targets. We learned about the play against the Giants, that play was designed to go to Devontae Smith, right? And now it didn't go there because Jalen left the pocket early, and then he wound up, kind of seeing Rager, and Rager should have made the play. But how many times would that happen? When you have a young quarterback, obviously the offense is going to run exactly how you designed it to run. So I only say that as to how do you look at Sirianni, who is the offensive coordinator basically, with Shane Steichen, but it's his production, and he as the head coach. Now, he's completely surpassed, I think, all of our expectations. All of our expectations. I mean, the fact that they're in it and they're not a 3-win team, that surpassed my expectations. Some of the good, I'll say, I think they play for him. I think he runs a professional outfit. He knows he adapted. You might want to say too late. He adapted too late to the run-heavy offense. But was it too late? I don't know. I mean, if I'm an offensive guy and I believe in 2021 that the way to win is to throw the ball, I'm going to design an offense to try to help Jalen Hurts throw the ball, right? I mean, and I think early on that's what he tried to do. Now, it didn't really work, and yet there were a couple of games where everybody was right. Like, dude, you got to mix in a run. Like, we all agree with that. So you certainly deduct points. However, he then goes into a run-heavy offense. There got to be credit there. I'm not going to tell you I think he's Walsh, that he's the next coming of, Sean McVay to stick a needle in Tunis's eye with that one. But you know what? I think he's been certainly more than credible. I'm not going, fire the guy. I think there's a lot of things I like about him. I like him a lot better, too, than how the defense has performed, although that falls, under his jurisdiction as the head coach. Overall, I think he's done a decent job. But I want to dive deeper into it and analyze what we see. Good morning, Chunas.
What's going on, man? How are you?
All right. What are you doing, buddy?
I'm hanging out.
We got to win last night.
I got the MB jersey on, man.
I know,
I'm rocking the MB. I'm going tonight
So I can't wait to be at the Wells Fargo Center watching the Sixers tonight in action. Hopefully Embiid plays because it is the second game of a back-to-back, and it's a road then home game. So we'll see who's out there tonight. But I'll celebrate a little bit of a win yesterday. Why not? Embiid going off again, 30-plus points. So a nice performance out of the Embiid. The Sirianni conversation, it is crazy that we haven't really talked about him much. Like it's been Minshew mania, obviously, so far this week. Jalen Hurts all season long. Jonathan Gannon has gotten more run than Nick Sirianni this season because of how putrid he was. Well, last week, but for the majority of the season, like Jonathan Gannon was a terrible defensive coordinator. He's had some nice weeks where he's bounced back a little bit because he's gotten a clue of how to coach in the NFL. But we've talked about him more than Sirianni. I like the guy. I do. I don't really have many problems with him as the personality. I don't get the hate for the T-shirts and always pandering to us too much. Like I don't understand that stuff at all. Press conferences don't bother me at all. It didn't bother me when he was first introduced. It doesn't bother me now. But as a coach, game day coach, obviously you'll still have your question marks about him, but they're at 6 wins right now. I thought they were going to get to 6 wins through the season, and they're already at 6 wins, and I have to give him credit for that. And last weekend, I know it was just the Jets, but he designed a game plan where there were a lot of open receivers. And Gardner Minshew, yes, the throws looked ugly, but he made the throws. But the guys were there. Like the Dallas Goedert, both touchdowns for Dallas Goedert, those were nice play designs. That wasn't just, hey, Dallas, go deep.
Dude, and it's funny because you and I have seen it the same way, where I see some really nice concepts offensively out of Sirianni.
Well, and you saw it last weekend, and this is not me making any sort of statement on Jalen Hurts or Gardner Minshew, other than, listen, the offenses are going to be totally different when those two quarterbacks are playing, no matter who's playing, right? If it's Jalen Hurts, we're seeing that it's going to be a run-heavy offense because he himself is a threat to run, and that's a thumbs up to Jalen Hurts. Whereas Gardner Minshew, no, not so much. When the play breaks down, he's just trying to get back to the line of scrimmage instead of taking a 4-yard sack. But you saw an offense, even though the run and pass ratio was balanced last week, there was different play designs. And part of me goes, all right, is this who Nick Sirianni is if he has a better throwing quarterback? Like, is this the kind of offense he'd want to do? Yes, it's balanced, run-pass ratio 50-50 because that's what it was, but more shots downfield. We don't see many shots downfield with Jalen Hurts. And I think he knows that at this point. That's not me taking any shots at Jalen Hurts. It is what we've seen so far. Jalen Hurts, inaccuracy, timing down the field. Gardner Minshew, were they good balls? No, but
listen, I don't think you need to count yourself to say that Jalen Hurts has played like an inexperienced quarterback.
Yeah.
Forget about arm talent and everything else. Young quarterbacks are going to make young quarterbacks mistakes. I mean, that goes without saying. And that should not be blamed on the head coach all the time.
No.
And I do think
there's a lot of it.
That there is a lot of unfair blame that's heaped on Sirianni's lap. Now, again, I'm not telling you that I know or I go, hey, this kid is, the wonder kid. I don't know. But here's the one thing I do believe, and I wanted to talk about this today because we don't really discuss him. And it's odd. Coaches were always a big part of the conversation. And even Doc Rivers, we don't talk a lot of Doc Rivers. We don't talk a lot of little Girardi, but not like we talked about with Gabe. Right? Not like we talked about with Brett Brown. Right? The coach was a big talking point and discussion point.
And then hockey, you just fire guys left and right.
Well, I got a hockey point that I got to get to.
They really made that statement known. Firing AV the last 2 games. It's so dumb.
Yeah, I got a Flyers point. I have to get out in this segment. But to bring it back to Sirianni, I just want to know what you guys think, and I want to give you a list of categories to kind of look at and give him marks. We could score him 1 to 10. Much like what I was telling you, I was talking to an NFL guy, and he gave me the 7 criteria of a quarterback. Mm-hmm. How he evaluates a quarterback. and he gave you the criteria. I want to do that with a head coach.
Okay.
Because, look, we need to know who's running the thing. Do you have faith in who's running? I'll start off with you. Generally, overall, before we deep dive, do you have a semblance of faith in Nick Sirianni?
A semblance, yeah. I do think there's a lot of unknown still, and I'm not saying unknown because it's his first year and he's only done, he's only coached 13 games, but unknown as in I don't know what kind of offense he wants to run. You saw the first half of this season was drop back to pass 40 times with a quarterback that you probably don't want to drop back to pass 40 times with. And then you saw him make the adjustment, and you said it was probably a little too late. And I think it was, but whatever. This season was not about winning anything anyway. But he made the adjustment. He stuck with his offensive line. He stuck with the ground game. He stuck with Jalen Hurts and the RPOs and all kinds of stuff, which I'll give him credit for that. And then as soon as Gardner Minshew goes out there, the offense looks totally different. And he game planned that. And it looked good. Like, it was a good game plan. Yes, it was the Jets, but it was a good game plan. So there's still a lot of unknowns, but I'll say, yeah, I have faith in the guy. Like, I think he's a fiery dude. You see when he does the post-game speeches in the locker room, we play those videos. He's a fiery dude that I'm sure a lot of players get behind. Jason Kelsey talked about it. As weird as we made the flower analogy, like it was funny. We kind of poked fun at it. A lot of the players said it was different in the locker room from what he said in the media. Like he made it very passionate, and the players bought in.
Yeah, listen, he's completely different than. Now, I don't know, right? Like, I haven't spent 5 minutes with the guy,
right?
So I can't tell you. I knew Andy Reid very, very well. I was embedded with them for a long time, so I knew Andy really well. I knew all his staff, and to this day, I have lots of friendships from that staff that I really grew to love. A lot of those guys. I don't know Nick Sirianni. I don't know him like that, right? I didn't know Chip that well. Doug was extremely lovable. I mean, one of the great guys you ever want to meet. I still don't know about him as a head coach. Again, it's the strangest thing because I look at him and I go, I'm still grasping for answers with him. And I guess it's semi-normal. It's the first year, and it's a weird thing because he doesn't have certain things, I think, for his offense. But I do like him just from what he is. He does remind me of Ted Lasso.
Right.
Like, I go back to that Ted Lasso thing. He reminds me of Ted Lasso.
And that may be what you need in some coaches this year.
He's a different...
Especially when you have a very young team. Like you do in the grand scheme. At least like some of the big faces, the quarterback is a very young player. Your starting running back is a young player. Dallas Goedert's young. Devontae Smith is a rookie. Like, you do have a lot of young players. Now, your offensive line is filled with veterans, and that's good. Like, that's a good thing. When you're in the beginning stages of rebuilding a team, the trenches being experienced veteran players that are talented, except for Landon Dickerson. Obviously, he's just a rookie. I think that's a good thing. But you have a lot of young players on this team, and I'm sure they relate to that Ted Lasso kind of, personality.
I know Ron Rivera. I'll just go to the division. I love Ron. Ronnie's old school football guy.
Yeah.
Right? Now, he's got that gruff exterior with the, cuddly inside, right? Like,
right.
Guys love him. But, he'll give you that, take the paint off the door type of thing, and then, hug you. Nick's personality is completely different. Like that new school, I go back to Ted Lasso. He's not your prototypical, and you always make fun of the guy in Detroit.
Yes, I do. Thanks for the win last week, though. I appreciate it.
That mentality. So I want to get into Sirianni, who he is, and more importantly, what you guys think of him and what kind of faith do you have in him? And then I got to have you guys, Flyer fans, I need to talk to you. They lost 10 in a row. 10 in a row. And I want to cry over them. I feel like I lost a friend. And not just because they lost 10 in a row, but because they are an utter mess. And it's been too long. It's been too long since they don't matter. You know, I'm not counting the one blip during the pandemic and bubble hockey. What happened to the Flyers? I feel like I don't recognize them. And it goes beyond just losing. 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. That's how you join us. Got some Christmas stuff for you. We're going to mess around and we're going to have some fun. Cuz Radio with the Tune is just getting started on a Thursday. 40 days up to 40 pounds. Say it with me. 40 days up to 40 pounds. That's how much you can lose when you join NJ Diet. NJ Diet only takes 40 days to lose 20 to 40 plus pounds. Since NJ Diet is a contractually guaranteed money-back program, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. NJ Diet's 100% tailored to you by using bioenergetically personalized supplements based on your hair, saliva, and blood work. And then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet plan and workout regimen to help you keep the weight off. 40 days up to 40 pounds can be a real thing. And unlike other weight loss systems, NJ Diet's all natural. There are no shots, no hormones, no prepackaged foods, and no surgery. Offices close by Princeton, Cherry Hill, King of Prussia, at home, live online video consultations. Call them now, 855-5NJ-DIET. Go to njdiet.com. That's njdiet.com. 40 days up to 40 pounds can be a real thing. Say with me, 40 days up to 40 pounds.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Another 1-in-1 night. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer. Some people think fall is the best time of the year. May also be a great time to consider getting vaccinated against COVID-19. Sponsored by BioNTech and Pfizer. Yes, this is my man Jamie here in the background. The Sixers beat the Hornets yesterday in Charlotte, 110-106. Their second straight win against Charlotte. Joel Embiid, a monster. Yet again, 33 minutes of work. He finished with 32 points. He was 2 rebounds shy of a double-double. Seth Curry, nice night as well, with 23 points. Tyrese Maxey came back. He was dealing with the flu. Only put up 6 points, but did give you 26 minutes of work. Now, second game of a back-to-back, this time in Philadelphia when they take on the Utah Jazz. You can listen live right here on the Fanatic. Flyers lost to the Devils yesterday, 3-0. That is now 10 straight losses for your Philadelphia Flyers. Keep it locked here in the Fanatic for all the latest news and information. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Cuz, Anthony Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic. Inside the Birds with Jeff Mosher and Adam Kaplan. Mondays from 6 to 8.
Why you would all of a sudden want to abort mission, which is to find out if Jalen Hurts is your long-term answer, because Gardner Minshew came in and did what a good backup should do, is sort of surprising to me in the city that has seen this act play out over and over again.
Inside the Birds is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
We all love a high-scoring NFL game, right? Right. But at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, you'll be a winner once a single score. New customers who bet just $1 on any team to score can win $100 in free bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC. That's code FANATIC this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply in partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Could you imagine if the NFL banned the Patriots for a season because they were fixing games? Well, that's exactly what happened to Omega Esports based out of the Philippines. Omega and 6 of their players have been booted from all Valve-sponsored events and have lost their Division I status for tournaments. Looks like we won't be seeing any Omega action in Dota 2 for a while.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip-hop, or house, country, techno, or techno-country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
In business, days don't just come and go. Every day counts. Whatever your day brings, with Comcast Business, you'll have the solutions you need to make the most of it. like the power of the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses, the freedom to control your network from anywhere, and advanced cybersecurity to help protect every device on it. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary. Call for details.
Are you in a car that just doesn't fit your lifestyle anymore? Well, the folks at North Penn Mazda want you to know that they are offering top dollar for your vehicle. Come by and see them in their beautiful, state-of-the-art, brand new showroom just off Route 309 in Colmar. You could drive away in a new Mazda during their Season of Inspiration sales event going on right now. Visit them anytime at northpennmazda.com, because when it comes to trading in your vehicle, North Penn Mazda is the right experience and the right choice.
Wish your wife would wear a little less at bedtime? This holiday season, get her a new furnace from Marvin E. Cans, the mainline's oldest HVAC company and a Train comfort specialist. She'll forego the flannel PJs and fuzzy socks when you call Cans and get up to $650 in rebates and special financing on a new Train heating and cooling system now through December 31st. Schedule an estimate today at marvinecans.com. That's marvinekanze.com. Count on Cans to keep her warm this winter.
Bet Rivers Sportsbook wants you to experience Rush Pay. When you want to cash out your winnings, you don't want to wait 2 days just to get the go-ahead to withdraw your money. That's why Bet Rivers created Rush Pay. With Rush Pay, 80% of withdrawal requests are approved instantly, meaning you'll get your money faster. Why wait? Get your cash when you want it. Bet with a winner. Bet with Bet Rivers Sportsbook at BetRivers.com. Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Ray Magliozzi here. I don't know about you, but my car could use a few upgrades. I mean, the 8-inch tear in the driver's seat does have sentimental value since my butt has molded to fit it, but I'm ready to move on. My solution? eBay Motors. They've got all the right parts at the right prices. 122 million of them, from seat covers to whole new seats. When I get that new seat, I think I'll put the old one in the living room, right next to the minivan seats, or as we call it, the sectional. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Hurt on the job? You need someone who will fight for you, stand up to the insurance companies, and knows the laws in Pennsylvania. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers, wrote the book on workers' compensation in Pennsylvania, and they will fight for you. Visit PAWorkInjury.com now. When you're hurt at work, turn to a team you can trust. With offices in Center City, Bristol, Malvern, Allentown, Reading, Sunbury, and Harrisburg, we are ready to get you the justice you deserve. Call or click today. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers.
There's only one thing better than college and pro football in December, and that's watching the games with friends at your local PJ Wellahans. Grab your family and friends and head to PJ's for the best in wings, burgers, and beer.
Is it time for maintenance on your vehicle? Stop into your locally owned Meineke today for an oil change and get a free tire rotation. Right now, synthetic oil changes is $59.95. Up to 5-quart standard filter plus disposal fees. Tires, brakes, alignments, batteries, exhaust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Hey, basketball fans, it's Andrew. Celebrate the NBA's 75th anniversary season on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. Now new customers can place their first bet risk-free. And if you don't win, you'll get up to $1,000 back. If you're thinking about joining FanDuel, now is the perfect time. I absolutely love betting on basketball on FanDuel Sportsbook. Tonight, I'm actually going to the game for our squad as they take on Utah. And you know what's great about it? All these same-game parlays, they're awesome. One of my favorite things to do is just to put together a bunch of three-point shooting props. There's a lot of guys that it's a 1.5 threes, right? I know there's guys like Steph Curry where it's like 6. But if you want to put together a couple of 1.5 threes, even if the odds are like minus 220, but if you put 5 or 6 of them together, you're going to get nice plus odds. It's awesome. They're accepting Venmo, fast withdrawals, all kinds of stuff, and you get paid in as little as 2 hours. FanDuel is hooking all customers up with $50 when you refer a friend. This is really cool. When you refer a friend, they get $50 plus you get $50. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Fanatic to get your first bet risk-free up to $1,000 and make every moment more this NBA season. That's promo code Fanatic. Must be 21 plus and present in PA. Bonus issue is non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
10 o'clock hour brought to you by Window Nation. Take advantage of Window Nation's 50% off sale on all style windows. Plus, make no down payment with no payments and no interest for 12 full months. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com. All right, it's 10:30 across the Delaware Valley.
All right.
Dude, what happened to the Flies? I got to ask you. This has been the longest. Like, when I think about the Flyers, I close my eyes and I think about, it always comes up the past, right? Like, I always think about the past when I think about the Flyers because there has been nothing in the present to take any of the memories away.
Yeah, so I've talked about this before, and say what you want, call me a bandwagon guy, call me whatever you want, but there was a time when the Flyers were like one of my favorite teams, because like, when I'm growing up, 01 through 05, they were really good, right? And so I was really getting into all kinds of sports at that point. I was, 10 years old. I had the Sixers going to the finals. The Phillies were my favorite team because I was a baseball guy. So all kinds of stuff was going on. Eagles, obviously, NFC championship games. And the Flyers were legit. And then all of a sudden, the direction of the organization just changed. And I couldn't stand it. And I'll be honest, before I started working in this industry where obviously we're paying attention, I watched, but I wasn't going anymore. And I got upset with people who were going every single night because that building for a while was selling out every single night. And I go, what statement are you making? Like, look at this team. It's an awful organization, and I get it. They have some young talent, and they have a goaltender who we're excited about, but it's been the same thing over and over again since, I'll say, after the 2010 season. Think about it. The definition of mediocrity is what they're going through right now. Make the playoffs one year, miss the playoffs the next. Make the playoffs one year, miss the playoffs the next. They might miss the playoffs 2 straight times for the first time in a decade. And, they're not fun to watch. I don't know, I get it. It's more fun when they're winning. And I know there were people that warned us, like Joanne. She warned us. And there were other people that warned us that all their wins were 2-1 wins and they weren't going to be able to sustain that. But it's, hey, let's fire another coach. It's the coach's fault. Was it really Elaine Vigneault's fault?
Well, of course it wasn't. We know that. But this is a bigger issue. It's funny because Bob brought up Ed Snyder. And I'll be honest with you, I about not getting a pass or whatever you want to call it. Hey, they were good under Ed Snyder. Let's be honest here. Yeah, they might have not won a cup, but it wasn't without trying. They were always in the mix. Now, we know the history that when the salary cap comes in, that really evened the playing field, and it took away a huge advantage of the Flyers. And the advantage of the Flyers were they spent the most money.
Yeah.
I mean, they were the Yankees of the NHL. They did. If they needed something, and
just minus the 27 World Series.
Well, but you don't know. Forget. Seriously, when it comes to spending money, you could be snide all you want. They went out and spent it. They needed a goalie. Now, did they make the right choice in Brizgalov? No, they didn't. All right. But here's the point. The point is they tried every year. Then the new ownership comes in, and it's this corporate, nameless, faceless entity.
Yeah.
And, what do you like? I don't even recognize anything.
No, I don't know who's running what. I really don't. I mean, it's the Flyers are kind of just a team right now.
And here's what they lack. And you could poke fun, and I know that Mike would tweak Flyers first fans, if you want to call them, because it always annoys me by saying Flyers fans. Everybody, Phillies fans. We're all one and the same, man. Right. All right? But here's the thing that they had. There was a feeling of family down there. And you could poke fun all you want about all the older guys being employed by the team. But what that did was foster a sense of family. And it was like that. When I think about the Flyers, there was a close-knit. I knew who they were. This group, I have no connection. And 1970s are long, long time ago, before a lot of people were born, including you.
Mm-hmm.
But for the longest time, there was an identity. We talk about an identity. What's your identity? They had an identity. And they were close. They were good. Like, they were always buzzing around.
Yeah, those early 2000s, man. That's when I was really getting into sports. And the Flyers were, like, they were so much fun to watch.
If you go by decade, right, my own decade, like, so I'm an 80s dude, right? And in the 80s, they, 85, 87 was a big deal because they played Edmonton and Gretzky for the Stanley Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were good the whole decade. They had a dip. And then the 90s, when I'm, bebopping as an adult, there's 88.
Yep.
All right? And 88 comes in, and there's that whole, rebirth of the Flyers. And listen, we know how it ended and the whole thing. But, look, for a long time, he was a matinee idol. He was a great player. And it's a shame the concussions happened. But then they were still good up until 2010.
Yeah.
And then after that, I know there was the playoffs and the series against Pittsburgh. But let's be real. For 10 years now, I don't know. They look like strangers to me.
Yeah, and now they're trying to play catch up with the rest of the league. And unfortunately,
and they lost their
deal with
biggest advantage,
a couple teams in this city,
which was the salary cap.
Yeah, and that sucks. It's a big part of it, but at some point you're going to have to figure out how to get past that, and you're going to have to develop young talent. And it's almost like the Phillies farm system. You and I were talking about this the other morning before we even got on the air. Like, we hear all about these great young players that are coming up. Now, obviously, the teams aren't going to say, hey, we got nothing in the farm system, but how many times have you heard about this next big thing coming out of the Phillies, right? Like Adonis Medina. Oh, can't trade him. He's our top prospect. He wasn't even in the top 10.
Goes back to Jason Donald.
Yeah. Adonis Medina wasn't even in the top 10 of the Phillies prospects last year. And they DFA'd him this a couple of weeks ago. Same with the Flyers. I mean, how many guys? Like Nolan Patrick was a second overall pick. And he's out of here because he stunk. And that sucks, man. Like, yeah, I love Travis Konechny. I love Ivan Provorov. Provorov's a stud. But, like, Travis Konechny, he's not a team changer. He's a nice piece on a team that's going to win, but you don't have enough around him either. And Claude Giroux's here. Like, I like Claude Giroux, but what has he won? Like, if we're being real, I was talking to Mike Vito, who's a producer here, does stuff at the AM station as well. Like, Giroux's been here for like 95 coaches now at this point. Where's this leadership? Where's this veteran locker room? Where's all this kind of stuff? It's so quiet. And yet, here's another second 10-game losing streak in this decade.
Well, I mean, last night's an embarrassment.
Yeah.
All right, so I go over my buddy Tooch's house, right? So I'm sitting over Tooch's house, and we got both games are on, right? So we're going back and forth. By the way, I got to tell you about it. He had a beer. And, I've been off it. It tasted so. I got to tell you about this. It's a Yards beer.
Oh, dude,
it was.
I have to tell you about a sandwich I had yesterday.
I know. I can't. I don't want to talk about that. But so we're watching the game, right? And if I told you how many Flyers games I've watched with Tooch or Sixers games over the years,
thousands,
right? Like but we're watching Flyers Devils. Now I think Flyers Devils. There's what comes up, but.
Scott Stevens.
Right, like this intense.
Think of Marty.
Like you think of rivalry.
Yeah, exactly.
We got that game on last night, and you want to talk about paint dry. That was awful. It was hard. We're looking at it going, do you even recognize this team?
And yet they're down 2-0 in the blink of an eye. In the first period, you're like, uh-oh.
And I think, last time I texted you, all right, they're going to break this. This is the night they break the streak. Like they're going to win a game. And the Devils, this Devils stink, right? Only they dominated play, Judas. They dominated play.
And now you see the stretch
and
games they got coming up.
Here's my fear with them. They fade into oblivion. That's my fear, is that you just fade away into oblivion. You lose. I feel like I lost a friend.
Yeah, and it sucks because, Ant, you kind of, I know it wasn't process level, it wasn't Phillies tank level, but the Flyers kind of tanked toward the end of the past decade, and they got all those young players. And
Hextall and Holmgren
gets shipped out of here.
Right. Well, Hextall and Holmgren. I mean, that was the plan. The plan was, all right, when Ed passes and the whole thing, and they go, well, we're going to
get young.
We're going to get young. We're going to finally turn over the roster. And and it hasn't materialized.
Yeah, so what are you going to do? Do it again? You might have to. Because, again, they have a bunch of guys.
Here's the problem is they overspent for like Voracek. That contract was horrible.
Yeah.
JVR contract.
That was gross, yeah.
Look at these contracts that killed them when it comes to the cap. You know?
Well, because they also expected, I'm sure, these young players to be thriving at this point.
Kevin Hayes, man.
Yeah. And here we are now. And you look at the schedule. You got the Knights tomorrow. You got the Coyotes. You got the Devils again. Montreal. Ottawa. Washington Capitals. Pittsburgh
stinks,
Penguins.
Man. Arizona stinks.
So you're hoping.
But you watch the Ghost. The Ghost will score.
Yeah. So you're hoping that they can get a win out of one of these because you're now on 18 games is the longest losing streak in NHL history.
I feel like
they could get to there.
But it's so funny because when you look at the teams as family members, right? I'm serious. I feel like that whole Flyer thing that I loved, right? Like I can have a special relationship with each of the 4 teams in the same way I do with my children, right? I got a different relationship with Anthony than I do with Massimo, right? And I have a different relationship with the Sixers than I do with the Eagles, than I do with the Phillies, than I do with the Flyers, and I in the Union, right? And we embrace them all in a different manner. The Flyers, I go, I don't even recognize when I think about the Flyers Thursday night 7:05, Lou Nolan, this group, I don't even and it's been going on and on. And it feels like a chore sometimes. And I'll watch other games. So it's not the sport, because I could sit there easily and go watch, Calgary, Colorado.
Right.
And I don't know what to do. I feel like I lost a friend. And I feel like we're losing friends.
That stinks.
Right? So I'm curious where you guys are, especially those people who are so devoted and have been so devoted fandom to this hockey team. All right, that's one. I got to get back to the Sirianni thing. And if I say to you, could you do a poll?
Yeah.
Let's get a poll going with Sirianni, because the 2 main threads of the show today are going to be Sirianni and the Flyers.
What do you want, like a grade poll for Sirianni?
I mean, there's a lot to talk about. There's a series of questions that I think I want to know. I want to know, A, is he the answer? Do you find him to be the answer? Do you like him? Do you think he's credible? What do you like about him? Right? What do you dislike about him? It could be the other thing. Like, I look at him and I say, all right, he's not a disaster by any stretch. And I think I can work with him. And I can't judge him completely because he's still hamstrung. He's an offensive guy with a young quarterback. So, and there are things that I do like. And that's kind of how I view him in a nutshell. And I think he's different. Would you agree with that? With those statements?
Yeah, I do, and I like that he's a little bit different, and we'll see. I like fresh minds, and that was one of the things that I was looking for during the coaching search this past offseason. Sala was my number 1 choice, but we'll see how Nick Sirianni turns out. I wanted a new offensive mind, like I wanted something different, and we didn't really see much to start the season, but that may also just be the quarterback, and I don't know.
There's a lot I don't know, and that's what. All right, let's get it started on the phone line. 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. Coach Mike in Yardley gets us started. What do you say, Coach Mike?
Yo, Tunis, cuz. I'm starting to like Sirianni. And I have to. I love the conversation. As soon as I heard you guys talking about it, I had to call in. I mean, you can't. Whenever you get in a new relationship with somebody, of course there is going to be that weird, like you're looking at them like, what really is this person about, right?
Yes.
You like them, but you're just looking at them like, you don't really like just know him yet. And when it comes to grading him, this is his first year with players that are not even his own players for the most part, right? So how do we know what he is really? So the more of the judgment has to come on like the intangibles, right? And when it comes to leadership, I don't care. And I'm in the middle of old school and new school football. When I was growing up early on, you didn't get water during practice because water.
Yes.
Now there's like 500 water breaks.
Right.
So I'm in the in between, and all I know is whether you're an old school guy, whether you're a new school guy, it just matters about connection and the response you get from the players. What's the response, right? Early on, one of the biggest things we were complaining about, penalties. Oh, the penalties. The penalties are gone for the most part, right? Penalties are gone. And one of the things we were complaining about, we were telling him, run the ball. But what if he just wanted to see what he had with this quarterback?
Yes.
And one of the best qualities of a leader is listening to the people, but also sticking to your guns and finding the right balance, right? If he just all of a sudden threw out his plan that he developed in preseason and was like, I'm just throwing this out there right away, and I would be like, he's wishy-washy.
Yes, yes.
So, he did the whole flower thing, and you guys talked about it. We made fun of them, we poked fun, but imagine listening to a dude talk to his wife, little pet talk. We would look at that like, it's corny, but who are we to judge? He's just looking for the right response.
Mike, you know what? I got to tell you that it's so. I love your take on this. I do. I love now. It's funny because you're a guy who coaches, and you're a guy who understands, sort of leadership roles, and I'm with you. And your analogy is so spot on. Like, if we eavesdrop and we're talking to someone that we don't know somebody, and you go, it's corny, and you're like, well, maybe it's not corny, and maybe
it's not corny to them.
Yeah, and maybe it responds, right? Maybe that flower thing and the roots and that whole analogy, maybe it resonated. It hit home.
It hit home, and you could tell because you see the response out of the players. Both the young players like him, the older players respect him. He's figured out a way to navigate this, and you also got to take into consideration he's as old as some of the players.
Yeah, Mike, I agree. So, what would be your final overall grade? Say 1 to 10.
Overall grade, I can't give him an A yet.
So 1 to 10, give me a numerical value. 10
numerical, I would say I'm somewhere between like a 6.5, 7, 7.5.
Yeah, let's go 7. I think.
We'll see how the next couple of games go.
But Mike, what a great call! I love talking to you, buddy. Thank you.
Always
appreciate it, brother. So I thought that was very thoughtful, Mike's call. When I'm judging him, because he articulated a lot how I feel about him. Where, I'm not gushing and I'm not going, wow, oh my God, he's reinvented the wheel. And I don't know if I even want that. But all those things, I see some positives.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone could hate him. Like, can anyone hate Nick Sirianni so far?
No, but it's not about hate as much as...
I'm not like, not even just as the person. I'm just saying, like, in general, like, this guy's not the guy. Like, can anyone say that through 13 games so far? I know there are people that think he hasn't put Jalen Hurts in the right position and all this kind of stuff. Well, I don't know. I think he's trying to do whatever he can to scheme for Jalen Hurts. And did it take a while to have this run-heavy offense? Well, let's face it. Like, you were also facing teams like Tampa and not the Chargers because you ran the ball well against them because they were the worst rushing defense in the NFL. But teams like Tampa and KC and Dallas, you knew you weren't going to win running the ball 45 times. Like, when they play Dallas in the final week of the season, if that game matters, you're going to have to throw the ball. Like, that's not going to be a 70% running attack. It won't be. So far, what I've seen, obviously everything's great right now because they've won a good amount of games in recent weeks. I have no problem with him as head coach at all. And I don't know how somebody could. Like, I get nitpicking, but is anyone, like, really out on him yet?
I don't know how you could be. You can't be out. But let's talk about it. I think it's a great conversation piece because we haven't talked about him. It's weird that way. right? It's weird. And then the other side, the other thing that we're discussing today is losing a friend in the Flyers. I look at him and I look at him without, almost dispassionately, without any emotion. That's a problem. I'm looking at him last night. I'm Tucci and I'm going, dude.
You're past anger.
No, there's no way. I just feel like I don't even recognize them. 610-632-0975 is how you join us. Cuz Radio with the Judas. There's Miss Rhonda. Miss Rhonda got a good hat on. The hat rules, especially like a Miss Rhonda hat. Judas, it's a good hat.
I agree.
You know else goes well? The pajamas. That's right, guys. This Christmas, give her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all. Soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas available exclusively at Pajamagram. Sensuous and smooth, naturally nude pajamas feel just like her soft skin. Even more alluring than lingerie, the texture, the touch of these pajamas, so seductive that you'll both enjoy the feel of them. Leave nothing to the imagination with naturally nude pajamas. She's going to love the feeling of wearing next to nothing at all. Best of all, Pajamagram does the wrapping for you. Free gift packaging. Order today. Pajamagram will also include a free matching naturally nude nightie with the purchase of naturally nude pajamas. That's free gift packaging, free naturally nude nightie when you order today. In a year filled with the unexpected, get her something she can count on, all right? But you got to order today. Last year, listen, they sold out fast. They sold out before Christmas. Here's what you got to do. Go to Pajamagram.com right now. That's Pajamagram.com to order naturally nude pajamas and tell them Cuz sent you.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Another 1-and-1 night. I'm Andrew Saltunis, and this update is brought to you by Family Company Jewelers. The holidays are in full swing. Get her a gift she'll never forget. Fill her stocking with amazing jewelry from Family Company Jewelers in Marlton, South Jersey's diamond destination. Sixers and Flyers both in action yesterday. Let's get the Flyers one out of the way. They lost their 10th straight game. They fell to the New Jersey Devils 3-0. The Sixers, on the other hand, they won yesterday in Charlotte, beating the Hornets 110-106, their second straight win over the Hornets. Both games in Charlotte. Sixers improved their record to 14-11. Joel Embiid, another great performance, 32 points, 8 rebounds in 33 minutes. Tobias Harris finished with 18 and 6. Seth Curry, your second leading scorer, he finished with 23. They are back in action tonight. Second game of back-to-back, this time at home in Philadelphia when they host the Utah Jazz. And of course, you can listen to that game live right here on The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by the NJM Insurance Group, committed to being upfront with their customers. NJM, no jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Get a quote today at NJM.com. Keep it locked here in The Fanatic for all the latest news and information. I'm Andrew Saltunis, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
And Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic. Inside the Birds with Jeff Mosher and Adam Kaplan. Mondays from 6 to 8.
Why you would all of a sudden want to abort mission, which is to find out if Jalen Hurts is your long-term answer, because Gardner Minshew came in and did what a good backup should do, is sort of surprising to me in the city that has seen this act play out over and over again.
Inside the Birds is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
We all love a high-scoring NFL game, right? Right. But at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, you'll be a winner once a single score. New customers who bet just $1 on any team to score can win $100 in free bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC. That's code FANATIC this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply in partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hit the cups with Tuesday coffee. Wah, la, 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 la. Get the app and get free coffee. Wah, la, 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 la.
This holiday season, Wawa Rewards members get any size coffee free on Tuesdays, including Wawa's warm and inviting Holiday Blend Hot Coffee or handcrafted Peppermint Mocha Iced Coffee. Get the Wawa app, sign up for rewards, and get free coffee Tuesdays. Happy holidays start at
Wah, la, 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 la.
Holiday flavors are back at Wawa. Your favorite handcrafted beverages are available in the festive flavors of peppermint mocha, eggnog, and vanilla sugar cookie. From smoothies and milkshakes to hot lattes, frozen cappuccinos, and more, we'll make each one fresh with holiday cheer. Available all day, you can order ahead with the Wawa app, just in time for an afternoon pick-me-up. Treat yourself to a holiday handcrafted beverage at Wawa. Limited time only.
Amazon has you covered. They are offering more jobs than Jersey has hoagies. Plus, you can earn sign-on bonuses up to $3,000 and pay up to $24.25 per hour. Many jobs come with great benefits that start on your first day, and Amazon offers a variety of paths for career growth. They even have flexible shifts and schedules, so you can work when it works for you. Go to Amazon.com/JerseyJobs to get started today. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
At T-Mobile, we're bringing it all together for the holidays with great deals for everyone. Like right now, you can trade up to the powerful iPhone 13 Pro on us and get 1 year of Apple TV Plus free on our most popular Max plan. So you can capture holiday moments with the most advanced iPhone camera ever.
Get the kids. Let's start opening presents. I'm going to record it all on my new iPhone 13 Pro.
Wow, sounds like you already got what you wanted this year.
And the iPhone 13 Pro is just the start. You also get 1 free year of Apple TV Plus.
Whew, the kids are finally done. Now let's gift ourselves an episode of the morning show.
Time to unwrap some drama.
Hurry into T-Mobile this holiday season because both new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers can get the iPhone 13 Pro on us with eligible trade-in on our Max plan. And you'll get 1 year of Apple TV Plus free because together we holiday. Only at T-Mobile.
Phone via 30 monthly bill credits plus tax for well-qualified buyers. Contact us before canceling service to continue remaining bill credits or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement is due. Apple TV Plus renews at $4.99 per month after first year unless you cancel. Details at T-Mobile.com.
Hey, it's Cuz. Is your man cave ready for some football? Royal Billiards can help you create the best place in the house to watch the game with family and friends. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, foosball, skee ball, darts, poker tables, and much, much, much more. Visit the Royal Billiard Showroom in Hatfield, PA, or go to royalbilliard.com. Royal Billiard will even video chat with you if you prefer to stay home. Shop Royal Billiard and Recreation, the Delaware Valley's ultimate game room store since 1982.
Meet Bob Minetti. In 2016, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Bob participated in a clinical trial that included cutting-edge radiation therapy and surgery. He's been in remission since completion. I'm Keisha Sharp. Since losing my mother to pancreatic cancer, I've been working to share the kind of state-of-the-art work being done by Stand Up to Cancer and Lustgarten Foundation. To learn more about the latest research, including clinical trials, visit pancreaticcancercollective.org.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip-hop, or house, country, techno, or techno-country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Velvety paper feel, exquisite colors, stunning scale. At Staples, we sweat the details and quality of every print project. Stop by Staples and try our Print Big Promise. We're committed to getting your print job right, to treating your small business like a big deal, and guiding you from start to finish. Get 20% off signs, banners, and posters when you spend $75 or more. Offer ends January 1st. Visit staples.com/services/printing for details. Staples, where small business prints big.
All right, listen, we got football tonight. Yeah, it's a good game, too. Pittsburgh and Minnesota. So Steelers and Vikings tonight, and that's good. That's a great game. I'm really looking forward to it. And if it's a football game night, well, you know, it's a Parks Casino and Sportsbook night. In fact, I will be at the Parks Casino Sportsbook later today. We'll be sussing it out. I'll have the big brain on, and we'll go over the card. And I think we did pretty well for you last week. We aim to do that again tonight. But look, tonight's game, I like Minnesota tonight. Now, I'm a big TJ Watt fan, and I respect Pittsburgh. I think this is a spot where it really favors Minnesota. Short week, I'm always looking to fade the road team on a short week. And I look at tonight, and I think Pittsburgh coming off that win against Baltimore. Remember, Baltimore goes for two, last the waning moments to win the game. I just think, and Pittsburgh wins it. It's exciting. It's a big deal. It's their division rival. The game itself is physical. I think it's a real tough matchup for the Steelers. All right? A really tough matchup for the Steelers. It's what they call a tough spot. So you could check out, you could watch the game and you could see it. You'll know early whether or not the Pittsburgh is in it. And you could do in-game betting with Parks Sportsbook. Or you can do, all the pregame props that we'll have for you. You can do a single-game parlay where maybe you think there's going to be points. I think there'll be a little bit more points scored tonight. So you can check that out because Minnesota's defense is not good, and I think Pittsburgh will move the ball. I think Minnesota will move the ball. So I like the over tonight. So check all that out. Parks has everything. ParksCasino.com/PA. Use the code FANATIC. You can take home that incredible sports book right to your living room. ParksCasino.com/PA. Here you go. All right? You got to be in PA. You got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hello. Oh, I want to give out some winners on the prize wheel. Yes! That's coming. The Fanatic Holiday Wheel is back, Judas. Oh, isn't that nice? Doesn't that feel good? That feels good. For the soul. All this week, go to the contest page, 97.5thefanatic.com. Register to spin the wheel. The holiday wheel starts spinning Monday. We'll call out a name, 8 a.m. with John and Bob and Jamie and Pat. Noon, straight up 12 o'clock with me and the Tunis. 4 o'clock, Mikey, Miz, Tyrone, and Jen. Each day next week, that person will have 10 minutes to call back. If they do, they'll get a chance to spin the wheel to win some amazing prizes. The person does not call back in 10 minutes. We'll spin it still, right? That prize will roll over to the next show. Fanatic Holiday Wheel presented by the Philly Pretzel Factory, the official soft pretzel of the Philly sports fan. Yes! Are you ready? Here you go.
Yeah, we finally got a list.
Yeah, we got the list.
I had to wrestle coach for it, but we got
$100 gift card. I tell you about Steven Starr all the time. You can have your $100 gift card to a Steven Starr eatery and Atari VCS.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's really cool.
What is that?
So they've been doing these things for a couple of years now, and I think Atari's getting into the game where they're putting all the old games onto a console. So it's all like, it's not like you need the cartridges.
Oh
so
my
you just
God.
plug it in, all the old games are on there.
Incredible.
I think Nintendo did it. A couple of the systems did it. But yeah, it's really cool.
Oh,
the joystick and everything, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you have a go-to game when you were younger? I know you played NHL a lot.
Oh, I was in NHL 94, man.
Was that your go-to?
My favorite. That was my favorite. The college football was my favorite.
Were you ever non-sports?
No.
I was a big Mario guy, like all the different games.
Yeah, no, I mean, no, I was always sports. Sorry, brother.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I love the sports games too. But
like they would have the Pac-Man, right, or whatever. I like the Golden Tee or the wheel. There was a dude.
You're so sports.
I know it's terrible.
Great. It's all sports.
No, I know it's terrible, right? That's listen, that was it. This is my interests were, right?
Dude, yeah, but when I was a kid, I could do 12 hours of Call of Duty. Like on a Saturday.
Sure, it's fine.
Until the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah, I didn't grow up with Call of Duty.
And then I'd wake up at 2 in the afternoon and my parents would be like, what are you doing just getting up now? Well, I went to bed 5 hours ago.
Yeah, it was light out. Listen, I did those. Well, I was over Tucci's house. We were talking about it last night. How we used to, Debbie, his wife, would get up and would be going to work. And he and I would be on the floor playing NHL night, fighting, whatever, barking each other. Oh, my God. All the guys, we would get together, booze over at Boo's house.
It's awesome.
We would have the Madden, too. The college football was huge.
Oh, yeah.
I used to love Colorado. because of, what's his name, the quarterback? Who was the quarterback who played for Pittsburgh? Played for the Steelers. He was a mobile kid.
Cordell Stewart?
Cordell Stewart,
Yeah.
right. I used to love being Cordell. My buddy Boo was Notre Dame. He was always the Irish.
Of course.
And I was Colorado. They were good. And Cordell, you could spin around, make him run. You know, he was like Vic.
Right,
Before, when he was early back in the day. I loved it. But I was a sports head. Like there used to be, dude, there was a pool hall, all right, on Oregon Avenue called Mosconi's.
Okay.
It was on 20th and Oregon. And they had all the guys that would be, you know, all like deep, the place was humongous, pool tables. But on the front, they had a line on the front of video games.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Pinball machines. But they had this football game that I loved. And it was a wheel. Like you would have to, like, you know, imagine the console, the video game.
Uh-huh.
And there was a wheel.
Yeah.
Right? To make the guy run, you had to do the wheel. I'm doing it for the YouTube
really?
audience. Right. And, you know, and you're trying to hit it with your hand or your thumbs, but usually your hand.
Right.
And you're trying to smash it, right? As quickly as you can to make a move. Because the faster you spun the wheel, the faster your guy went. And then you would get your hand, your palm, like.
Yeah, I'm sure you were totally okay playing these games, I'm sure. Like you didn't almost break anything.
Right, like your skin would get caught in between the wheel and the thing, and it would pinch you. Like, you know, I loved it. I loved the football game. It was the best.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I know. No, but I didn't have, you know, I'm trying to think the Atari games that were out were what you call it? What's the one where you shoot the alien?
Space Invaders?
Yes.
I love Space Invaders.
And the other one, too. What was the other one where it was like a dragon?
Let's see.
It was like
I have a list of games.
It was like a dragon. Asteroids.
Frogger was on there.
Right.
Dig Dug. Centipede.
Centipede is the one, yeah.
Pong, of course.
Yeah, Centipede was the one. I didn't rock the Centipede.
Played Donkey Kong? No.
I played it.
That game was always so frustrating.
I played it. I'm not saying I didn't play it, but it was not like the Madden, or it was not like even that football game was way better, or even the other one. We used to play the basketball game,
NBA Jam.
The best.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then
I told you I played that at the barcade during my buddy's basketball party. We were whacked. Dude, I was Sean Kemp.
I love that. He would get hot. You remember when he would get hot and he'd be on fire?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. That was fantastic. But you know what was great? So you would have that game, and then there was another basketball game where it was called Arch Rivals. Vinny and I used to go, and we would have these battles. And it was these dudes, they were like gang members, right? Like who had, and you would punch them. It was like basketball and in a gang fight. You know that game?
I'm looking at it right now.
Arch Rivals. There was like a Rodman dude, and you would punch the guy in the face.
You can currently, on vintagearcade.net, buy the Arch Rivals game itself for $3,100. You wanna chip in? Bring it here to the studio?
Dude, you would love that game, Arch Rivals. Loomis was one of the... We used to have battles, Vinny and I, over that game. Loomis. And you would fight each other. You could punch the guy. You'd shoot it and you'd punch him. Classic. Danny, my man Danny. Arch Rivals was the best. Dude, Arch Rivals.
I had a NBA Jam for the Nintendo 64, so not the arcade version. It was NBA Jam 99. Can you guess who was on the cover of that game?
99? Would it be a Shaq?
No.
A Penny?
I'm telling you right now, you're not going to get it.
Cover of NBA Jam?
Yep.
Eastern Conference, Western Conference?
Eastern Conference.
Eastern Conference?
Yeah, dude.
Jason Kidd.
You're on the right team, just wrong player.
All right. How about that? Jason Williams?
Nope. I'll say that this man also played for your Philadelphia 76ers.
Was Sean Brownlee on that team?
Nope. Again, it's so ridiculous that he was on the cover of it.
Dude, please tell me. On 99, right?
Yeah.
99. Nets. Not DC.
Nope.
Wasn't Derek Holman?
Nope. How about that Keith Van Horn?
Oh,
Could you imagine putting Keith Van Horn on the cover of anything?
Oh, he was the worst.
He doesn't belong on a magazine cover.
Nah.
And he's on the cover of a video game that I played a lot as a kid, man.
Dude, I used to call him the White Oleander. There was a movie that came out right when he came to the Sixers. White Oleander. About the flower.
Okay.
And I used to call. Dude, I hated him. He was horrible.
He was on the cover of a video game, dude.
That's insane.
Think about Madden, it's like Mahomes.
Right.
Lamar Jackson.
Right, exactly.
Keith Van Horn.
KVH. Nikki, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hello, Nick.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
What's up, brother?
What's up? I want to talk one quick Flyers thing and then talk about Sirianni for a little bit.
Yeah.
We my dad and I we went to the game on Sunday, the Flyers game that
the Lance. What was it? The Lance? No, not the Lance. Was it Colorado that game?
No, the Lightning.
The Lightning game. That was horrible.
It started great. My dad got hooked up with sweet tickets, got the free food, the bathroom right there was great. But then the whole day, the whole game, it almost felt like a gritty music video. Like the whole vibe was just weird, and it was almost evident that they tried making him the main attraction. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
It was just I don't know. Like the theme of the day was Back to the Shore night, which I thought was strange. December 5th. The whole vibe was just off. And you always get excited with going to a game and they show the hype video before the puck drop or tip off or kickoff, and you get excited. Their hype video, I don't think included a player in it, like at all, until maybe the very end. I don't know. The whole production was weird. Like you've been saying, the whole vibe, like there's something going on with the whole hockey team. And
I know it's right. Like
it's weird.
Like you're watching them. Are they even recognizable to you?
Because my dad and I, anytime we go to a game, we take pride. We never, ever, ever leave a game early. We really try not to. We left with like 15 minutes left in the third.
Dude, I mean, how could anybody fault you with that?
No.
You're getting blown out. Oh God!
I've never. After the second period intermission, the stadium was clearing out. I feel like I've never seen anything like it. It was really a shame.
And you know what they feel? It feels like they need to tear everything apart.
Yeah,
like everything.
Yes, I agree. The whole I never felt like so not excited watching being in the game live. Like it was a shame. But real quick about Sirianni, I think it's just I don't know if it's evident yet, but the dude just he's a good football coach. I don't know head coach how great he'll be yet, but in terms of just a football coach, he really is solid, at least in my opinion. And the one trait that he doesn't have that really hurts a lot of coaches, he's not stubborn.
Yes.
Like he's not like, this is my way.
Yes.
We're going to live and die by it. Like the first 3-4 weeks, we were passing the ball nonstop, and we were yelling, run the ball. And he was like, you know what? All right, let's be the number one rushing team in the NFL. Let's do it. And it's worked. And that's what gets a lot of these head coaches in trouble, this stubbornness. And he does not have
I think that's a great point. Nikki, that's a great point. What would you give him overall? What grade, 1 to 10?
I think 7 would be is solid. Can I fit like a 6.5 in there?
Yeah.
And then the end of the we're in playoff contention right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how we complain, but I think by the end of the season we will be saying he is a 7 out of 10, and it's going to be looking bright.
Nikki, what a great call, brother. Good stuff, man. I'm with you on that. He's not a stubborn dude.
No, which is cool. A lot of it's my system, and that's what it's going to be. I believe in system more than scheme, or culture more than scheme. Or Chip Kelly, it's all about culture, and it's all about his system.
Yeah.
And then he brings it to Marco. Then he brings it to Marco Murray. And
right,
it doesn't make
sense.
sense.
None of it. Yeah.
Ant, can I give you the polls of the day? Because I'm honestly shocked by the results so far.
Yeah.
The polls of the day are brought to us by Marvin E. Cann's Heating and Air Conditioning. Marvin E. Cann's Heating and Air Conditioning is open and able to assist you with any emergency service and replacement needs, including installation of air scrubbers and other air quality products. Visit marvincans.com. They're all about Nick Sirianni, but I couldn't really figure out one poll to do. So right now I have 3, and if you want a 4th or a 5th or a 6th, you just let me know. Well, they'll all be provided by Marvin E. Cann's. So I started with the letter grade for Nick Sirianni, just the ABCF. 51% right now say C for Nick Sirianni. 44% say B. 3% say F. 2% say A. So majority say C, but it's that B-C range. The next question. Do you like Nick Sirianni, the person? Not the coach, just the person. 55% say yes, which is nice. 32% say doesn't matter, just win. 9% say no, too much pandering. And 4% say no in general. The last one is interesting to me. Will Nick Sirianni be a long-term head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles? There's 3 options. Yes, at least a decade. The second one is I could see 5 to 9 years. The final one is no, he will be gone soon. 51% say 5 to 9 years, but 45% say he could be gone soon. That's interesting to me.
What does soon mean? Like in 2 years? A year? Like,
yeah, I guess.
He gets 2 seasons?
Yeah.
See, if he gets 2 seasons, he would have to be like
terrible.
A bungler.
Right, exactly.
I don't think he's a bungler.
I don't see that at all.
No, I don't think he's a bungler at all.
Which is why I'm shocked when I saw almost 50%.
Here, I might have done a little different. Like, saying the guy's here, decade is.
Well, that was one of the options, and I know that was the extreme.
Like that's it. Yeah, I mean that's tough. Now, if I say he gets another contract, that's kind of
where it's 5 to 9 years.
Well, he's on a 4-year deal.
Yeah,
or 3. Is it 3 or 4?
It's either 3 or 4. But that second contract would get him into that 5 to 9 range.
Yeah, I mean,
so
the 5 to 9 is but I mean the decade thing is.
Yeah, I mean, I had to see if there's anybody that thinks he's going to be, Belichick. Which is why nobody voted that. There's only 4% that said decade.
Right. The fired right away. I don't see that either. Again, I don't even know what. Now I will tell you the only thing that I'm actually disappointed at, and I'm irritated by week in week out, is the defense.
Yeah.
Jonathan Gannon makes no sense.
Which is why he's been more of a topic of conversation this season than Sirianni himself.
Yeah. But he does have to own that too. Like, he's your guy. You brought in another young. What I didn't like about his staff was I thought it was too inexperienced.
Yeah. It is crazy. Think about it. When these guys first came here, there was this notion that Jonathan Gannon was going to be a head coach elsewhere.
Yeah, I don't know where all that came from.
But nobody liked Sirianni. At the very beginning. Like at the very beginning, the introductory press conference, the first week of Sirianni, a lot of people were out on the dude. But Jonathan Gannon was going to be a head coach in 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I think people's minds may have changed a little bit there.
Yeah, I hear you. Let's go to Mitch. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hello, Mitch.
Hey, Ant. First time, long time.
Welcome, my brother.
I'm imagining you playing NHL 94 like Vince Vaughn and Swingers, by the way.
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly. Anyways, with Nick Sirianni, I think, it's just gaining experience this year. We the way the roster's built, I don't think we can really point the finger and say it's Nick. I think he's been dealt a decent hand and he's done what he's had to. But you look at the parity of the NFL, it's fairly balanced. Look at the Chargers. I think they started, 4-1, and now they're almost a 500 team. So I'd have to say, the parity of the NFL, all things are even. He's made some adjustments. This is a learning year. We weren't expecting a Super Bowl or anything like that. So let's see what he has. I give him 5 years.
Yes. Yeah, listen, I hear you. What would your grade be?
I'm going grade based
0 to 10 numerical grade, 10 being obviously the best.
So my factors are based off the roster he was given and the expectations of what we had for this team. I'm going to give him a 7.2.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm around the 7 range myself. And so far, all three callers that have answered this question have the same, around that 7 range. I think you guys are right on, man.
And I think this year is the learning year. He's going to look back, look at the game film in March when they're doing the draft process and realize what he learned.
Yeah. I find him, here's the other thing, too. He's refreshing. I do like him. I mean, I think he's an extremely likable coach, right? Like, when you look at him, you go, I like him. Yeah.
Well, I look at a leader like Jason Kelsey on the team who's won a Super Bowl with another coach, and the fact that Kelsey is all about him, supports him, and everything. If your leader's like that, and he's the center, literally the center of your football team, and he respects your coach, he's on to something. So it's just a matter of building the blocks brick by brick.
I'm with you, brother. I think it's a great call, man. I think you're dead on.
Thanks, Ant. And can I get an E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles?
Oh, man. You got it, Mitchie. How about that? You get the boom, boom. Like here's the thing. When that's an organic, let me give you a chant, I think the boom, boom goes.
That feels good.
It did. I agree. It's funny how we got that sense, right? Where you could go, that's a good boom, boom.
What about at the start of the show on Monday of this past week against the Jets?
I was anti-boom, boom.
Yeah,
because it was, I was more aggravated a little bit, to be honest with you. But now, whatever, bye week. I'm actually going to miss them. Aren't you going to miss them Sunday?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I mean, every time they're not around, I miss them.
Yeah.
It is nice to be able to just sit back and watch the rest of the league.
Well, you're off. You're excited about that.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about Primos. Doesn't get better than the Primos. I told you, they're all over now. Pittsburgh. There's the new store in Pittsburgh. They're all over. They're up and down North Carolina, South Carolina, down towards Florida. Listen, but here's the deal. They started here right in South Philadelphia, and there's over 80 locations across the Delaware Valley. It's the greatest. They got a Primo deal on Primo gift cards. Buy a $25 gift card, get a $5 bonus. Buy a $100 gift card, get a $25 bonus. This Christmas, make it Primo with gift cards for everyone on your list. Hosting the holidays. Listen, you can't beat having a hoagie party trays, the Italian sampler platters with the pepper shooters. Dude, the pepper shooters rule. Little pepperoni and cheese. Come on, the super side. It's the best. Listen, you got to know Primos, all right? They're the best. Their rolls are one of the key. They make them fresh. The seeded rolls every couple hours in store. Stop into one of their 80 locations or order online. PrimoHoagies.com. Taste the Primo difference this Christmas season. Pick up that Primo deal on Primo gift cards. Again, you could keep a bonus card yourself or give one to a buddy. Just do what I always say. Remember, it's not just a hoagie. It's a Primo.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Another dub for the Sixers. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by DryTech Waterproofing. Protect your home with DryTech Waterproofing Solutions. Fanatic listeners receive 15% off when they mention Missinelli. For water in your basement, cracks in your foundation, or mold remediation, trust the experts at DryTech. That's DryTechCorp.com. Sixers were in Charlotte for their second straight game with the Hornets, and for the second straight night, they won 110-106. Joel Embiid, another big performance. He finished with 32 points in 33 minutes of work. Seth Curry, your second leading scorer, he dropped 23. Sixers back in action tonight, second game of a back-to-back, this time in South Philadelphia when they host the Utah Jazz. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. You can listen live right here on the Fanatic. Flyers, 10th straight loss. Now, they lost the Devils yesterday 3-0. Mike Yeo is now 0-2 as the interim head coach. This update is also brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer. Some people think fall is the best time of the year. It may also be a great time to consider getting vaccinated against COVID-19. Sponsored by BioNTech and Pfizer. Keep it locked here in the Fanatic for all the latest news and information. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. 97.5 The Fanatic's Holiday Wheel is back.
Presented by the Philly Pretzel Factory, the official soft pretzel of the Philly sports band.
This year, we'll be spinning the Holiday Wheel 3 times a day.
At 8 a.m. with the John Kincaid Show. At noon with Anthony Gargano. And at 4 p.m. with Mike Missinelli.
Go to the contest page on 975thefanatic.com right now and register for your chance to spin the Fanatic Holiday Wheel.
The Holiday Wheel starts spinning Monday, December 13th.
Happy holidays from 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
The football playoffs are almost here. Hey, it's Jen Scordo. And FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge, is giving a $10 bonus when you place $20 in same-game parlay bets. Bet on a single game or spread your bets across multiple matchups. As long as you bet $20 in same-game parlays during the same week of action, you get a $10 bonus. So Week 14 is here, and there are so many ways to bet with FanDuel. Check out the same-game parlay. Look for that little SGP symbol. Take the money line, the spread, the over-under. Player props is always a fun way to bet. I love picking quarterbacks to score first. You can try it out. The same-game parlay bonus is live during Week 13, 14, and 15. Lock in some winners today. Sign up using promo code SCORDO and get 30-1 odds on either team to win in the Cleveland-Baltimore rematch. You can win $150 on a $5 bet. That's promo code SCORDO.
Must be 21 plus and present in PA. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Don't go through another winter spending your hard-earned money on high heating costs or wrapped in blankets on the couch as the cold air comes through your drafty windows and doors. Instead, upgrade your home with professionally installed, energy-efficient windows and doors from my good friends at Guida Door and Window. Call Guida today. Take advantage of their big end-of-year sales event. Guida is celebrating the holidays by bringing back their biggest discounts of the year. That's right. Receive 40% off each window you buy. 40% off every professionally installed window. Also, 40% off any door, including all the doors, entry doors, patio doors, garage doors, storm doors. And don't worry about touching your holiday money, because Guida will start your project with no money down and allow you to pay it off interest-free for up to 12 months. If you need new windows and doors, then you need to go to Guida right now so you can take advantage of these tremendous savings, all prior sales excluded. Offer expires December 31st. So call Guida today and schedule a free in-home estimate. The number, 1-877-GO-GUIDA. Or visit them at GoGuida.com. That's go, GUIDA.com.
Could you imagine if the NFL banned the Patriots for a season because they were fixing games? Well, that's exactly what happened to Omega Esports based out of the Philippines. Omega and 6 of their players have been booted from all Valve-sponsored events and have lost their Division 1 status for tournaments. Looks like we won't be seeing any Omega action in Dota 2 for a while.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Confession. I just started my holiday shopping. Luckily, Kohl's was here to help save the day. I got 15% off toys for my kids, 30% off a Ninja air fryer for my sister, and 40% off jammies for your families for my family. You can even get 15% off or 15, 20, or 30% off with a Kohl's card and earn Kohl's Cash. So I guess you could say my holiday procrastination paid off. Select styles ends December 19th. Toys, coupons do not apply. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Want to get out of your dead-end job but think you don't have the time? Think again. Now you can complete the My Computer Career Evening Program in 30 weeks, almost 30% shorter. You could start your new life as an IT pro in months, not years. More than just a school. My Computer Career helps you get into the industry by working with employers that have hired their students. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
BetRivers Sportsbook wants you to be in control of your football bets. That's why players love the same-game parlays at BetRivers. Same-game parlays let you mix and match player props and game bets and gives a payout boost to the winning combinations you want to root for. Combine 2 bets or combine many. You pick your confidence level and then watch the game unfold. Bet on same-game parlays at BetRivers.com or download the BetRivers app. Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Heard you're buying a car. I brought my calculator.
Dad, I already used Capital One Auto Navigator. I found my car online and got pre-qualified instantly. Instead of all that.
You know those things impact your credit score.
Didn't impact my credit score, Dad. Now I'm going to the dealership for a test drive and to make the purchase.
Sounds too easy.
No, it's just easy. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/auto-navigator.
O'Reilly.
This is Claudia's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
I had just moved to a new city and barely even knew where the grocery store was yet. When my car wouldn't start one morning, I didn't know who to ask about local shops. But I remembered a name from back home, O'Reilly Auto Parts. I called and they pointed me to a great mechanic just down the street. Now, I feel a little more at home.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The gym is full of people who believe it's never too early to get ready for next summer. Your local Train Comfort Specialist agrees. That's why they're offering special financing offers and rebates on a new high-efficiency heating and cooling system from Train with a whole house air filtration system to keep the air you breathe clean and safe. The secret to staying cool next summer starts with a hot deal this fall. Visit Train.com to find an independent Train Comfort Specialist near you. It's hard to stop a Train, subject to credit approval.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now.
Football fans, we all love an action-packed, high-scoring NFL game. But with the latest no-brainer from DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, you'll be a winner once a single point is scored. That's right, just 1 point scored. You're a winner. New customers who bet just $1 on any team to score can win $100 in free bets. It's really that simple. DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also get skin in the game with the new same-game parlay. Oh, yeah. SGPs can buy multiple bets from the same game for a bigger payout. The more legs you add, the more money you can win. Best of all, you can deposit, withdraw your funds at your convenience. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Yeah, use code FANATIC. There you go. $1 on any team to score wins $100 in free bets. That's code FANATIC this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. Got to be 21 or older. Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply in partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's 11:30 across the Delaware Valley. And don't forget, our 11 o'clock hour is brought to you by Golden Nugget Jewelers. That's where Philly gets engaged. We're talking about Nick Sirianni, and I think it's a real fun conversation. The other thing that we're talking about and is beyond just getting to know the head coach and what we feel about the head coach this deep into the season, not that we have a bye. What they were talking about is the Flyers, right? Like, I feel like I lost a friend. I do. I look at these teams as though they're family, as though they're a family friend type. And I look at them, and I feel like I lost a friend. They're unrecognizable. Now, listen, I know a 10-game losing streak will do that. I understand that. So this isn't about wins and losses. This is about recognizing them as a friend. So my man Chuck, the program director at 97.5 The Fanatic, we connect over these teams, and we had a similar childhood and experience growing up. Dude, I'm watching the game last night.
Me too.
And I'm looking. I'm with my buddy Tooch. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I've watched.
What do you say, Tooch?
Right? I watched 1 million Flyers games with him. Right? We're sitting there. We're going back and forth with Flyers and Sixers, and I'm looking and I go, I don't recognize this team. Like, I'm looking at the orange and the black, and like they feel like strangers to me.
I don't know what they are, man. I don't know what they even want to be. I don't know what they are trying to be. It's painful. All you can do is laugh or cry. You know what I mean? I saw a post, maybe it was this morning, one of the NHL sites was, where should the NHL relocate the Arizona Coyotes to? And my comment was, Philly could use a team. Like, man, I don't know where we're at. Are we one piece away? Are we one plan away? Are we Are we a scheme away? These guys need a vacation from themselves. You know what I mean? It's just, it's tough. It's real tough.
But even the whole thing, look, 10-game losing streak is bad, right? And this whole thing's bad.
Yeah.
But let's look a little deeper. You and I, we remember the 80s, and we remember that whole, Flyers and Oilers, right?
Yeah.
Then it goes into the 90s, and then we got 88, and, this town was always a buzz with the Flyers, right? And I was telling the Tunis, I go, listen, say whatever you want about Ed Snyder, but Ed Snyder made them relevant, and he cared, and he spent all the money in the world, and did he make mistakes? Without a doubt. And the salary cap kind of hurt who they were. However, once 2010 comes and goes, and, you shift from the Richards Carter and all that, it feels like, and no disrespect to G, because I do think he's been a great Flyer, but other than that, they become a stranger. All that Flyers family, all that stuff.
Right.
That doesn't feel like it. That was their identity.
Every one of those waves, because I've been through 5 or 6 of the next youth movement. Whether it was the Zezel Tocchet, the Richards Carter, the Giroux. Every one of those waves, at least initially, had attitude. You know what I mean? And there's no attitude. There's no attitude in the building. There's no attitude coming from the ice. You know what I mean? Like a guy like Konechny is trying to do what he can to bring some attitude, but there just isn't enough. There isn't enough. Hextall made you afraid to go near the net. You know what I mean? Like, they're not defending as a team. They're not attacking as a team. They're a bunch of skaters out there, kind of directionless. You know what I mean? And I get trying to change the direction by changing the coach. That's the equivalent of pulling the goalie when it wasn't his fault.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you can't pull all the other players.
Right.
But we gotta see some attitude sooner, or I don't know what they're gonna do.
I'm afraid. I feel like they're almost fading. Like every year during this whole thing, this whole last decade, they fade further and further into oblivion. I mean, I was hoping that Islanders series, and I know it was, it was the pandemic bubble hockey,
right?
But we got behind it. It was the first sport back. We got the playoffs.
They had won 9 out of 10, and then they went into the round robin and got themselves a 1 seed in the summer hockey. I was watching it from the beach. It was incredible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they were competitive.
Yeah.
They were really competitive. And then the talent, the better talent. Obviously the better team won because they were more talented.
Right.
And then that we learned a little bit about the team at that point. But even since then, the attitude is gone.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing.
Yeah. It's tough.
I keep saying unrecognizable, and that's what they feel like to me. Like they're not my Flyers.
Right.
I don't even know who they are. They don't even feel like Flyers.
Yeah, it's hard. It's tough. I'm hoping that maybe there's somebody sort of waiting to lead. You know what I mean? But kind of Giroux, Van Riemsdyk are there, and you know what I mean? I love those guys. They've meant a lot to the team, and they brought a lot of excitement back in the day. But look, I'm not the sports analyst that you are, but there was a regime waiting to take over the Phillies in when Bobby Abreu was still here. And when Abreu left, those guys were able to step up and become the next leadership group. And I'm hoping that group is here in the, maybe in the Konechny, Farabee, that
Morgan
group.
Frost.
But with the they're respectful to the current leadership. Maybe if that current leadership moved on from a player standpoint, the new regime could. But again, that would be the 5th or 6th time I've hoped for that.
I know.
In the past 30 years,
I know, but in fairness, the Zezel, Tocchet, Derek Smith, that worked.
Didn't win though.
Well, I mean, it gave him a punch.
But again, teams were afraid to come here. The building had a vibe. The building had attitude. The team had an identity. And that's you got to start with that. You have to get that back somehow. You have to start with that.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Yeah,
because I can't. That last night was not Flyers.
No,
and we need better.
We need better.
We need Chucky.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah. I got ideas. Chucky,
right.
You're the best.
Thanks, buddy.
I had to commiserate with you. I know how much Chuck lives it, right? And we had that similar experience growing up, and he lives it. And it's deep rooted. And that's why I'm going back and forth Flyers Sixers last night, and I know you guys are doing the same thing, and you're going, wait a second. Like, who are? Listen, Sixers, we understand. And you watch the big man, you go, I can watch the big man all day. But that Flyers game was just wretched. Absolutely wretched. And it was number 10. That means something bad. Absolutely bad. All right. We got our man, that's right, on a bye week. Let's go over to our man, D. Gunn, on the Comcast Business Hotline. D. Gunn, what do you say, my brother?
My man, how are you? Happy holiday season to you and yours, brother.
You too, my man, you too. Much needed bye week for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. When we look at the schedule, we would all say, why in the world would you get a bye week this late in the season? But as it turns out, this is the best time possible for this team to take a step back, heal up, get some key components healthy, hopefully, especially for this stretch run. It's so pivotal now. These last 4 games are so pivotal now.
Let me give you some accolades, my brother, because you're the one who broke the news that the Eagles were going to start Minshew on Saturday. You had it first before anybody that Hurts had re-injured the ankle and that it was going to be Minshew.
Thank you, my brother. I had been sitting on that one for a few days, and I strategically picked a point in time when to release it. I knew it was something that the Eagles really didn't want out there. As part of gamesmanship, they were going to announce it up until inactives on Sunday. But I just felt, you know what? Why not me? Somebody else is going to eventually break it, so why not me? So that's why I did. And, in this day and age, nothing is really secretive anymore, Anthony. We find out Thursday, Fridays, key players are not going to play on Sundays anymore, But I think it's good because that kid, his legs are a vital part of his overall game. If he's not 100%, why put him out there, especially when you're playing the Jets? Let's see what Minshew can do. And, man, what a day he had, man.
What an amazing day he had. He really did. I mean, I don't know about you. I said it. I've been saying it all week that I go back to Hurts. To me, I set forth with a plan, and that was to find out what I have in Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. And now that we're here this deep with games that matter, I think it'll tell me a lot about Hurts. I know about Minshew, and he's a backup, a very good one. But I need to know for sure with Jalen Hurts.
I couldn't agree with you more. I've said it since the beginning of the season on multiple platforms. No matter what happens, we need to see a full season of Jalen Hurts to see what he is or what he is not. And now we're going to see how he handles pressure because every game from here on is a pressure-packed game. This team basically could control its own destiny in a lot of ways. And the Eagles need to sit back. They need a thorough evaluation moving forward of what he is and what he is not. Because, Anthony, when you look at it and look ahead to 2022, I know people are out there saying, hey, what if you can get Russell Wilson? What if you can get Aaron Rodgers? The possibility of those quarterbacks coming here are not that good. If what we're hearing is true about there's not a franchise quarterback in the draft, there's a very good possibility we could be looking at a Hurts and Minshew again in 2022.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I want to see how this plays out. I don't know how inspired I would be, if I'm going to be honest with you, sitting right now. Now, maybe if they go after the defense. Now, I'm not against it. In this case, if I would push some draft capital down the line to 23, because the only thing here's the thing. If you want to run it back, all right, I'm down. But I still got to make sure I have enough capital that come 23, again, you don't have the quarterback, I got something. I got some sort of ammo to go up in the draft to get my quarterback.
I agree with you. And, we say a lot of things about the way Howie Roseman approaches his job. But there's two things that I think he's good at, moving money around and acquiring draft picks and trying to put his team in the best position possible.
Yeah, I agree.
For a draft.
He does.
And I agree with you more, and I'm sure that's the way they're thinking right now. But if you got to hold on to those 3 draft picks if we come to the conclusion that, okay, Hurts and Minshew are back in 2022, the first thing I want to do, I want to tighten up that defense with some good young talent. And there's a possibility this team could have 3 of the first 17 picks in the draft, which for me, I want 3 of the best defensive players on the board for 2022. And I want an edge rusher, I want a linebacker, and I want a young corner. Whether you bring Steven Nelson back, Darius Slay's going to be here. I want a young corner who's going to be the heir apparent on the side opposite Darius Slay for the future. And, this draft is loaded with defensive talent. And I think you're in a good position there. The offensive line, I'm fine with. The running back situation, I'm fine with. The receivers have to develop a little bit more other than Devonta Smith. And I think that'll happen. But I think you need to tighten up that defense. You need to get some dogs on defense, man, some young dogs who are going to be here 4 years, 5 years maybe together to tighten up that defense.
Listen, I love that. I love the concept of going after defense. I also think your defensive coordinator needs to have a little more teeth and needs to change his.
Yeah, there's no question. And there's going to be some changes on this coaching staff after this offseason. To what degree, I don't know. But there's going to be some changes. And maybe it needs to be. This coaching staff was so young and so raw in so many ways.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to go out and make some changes and bring some veteran-type coaches in here. That remains to be seen who and what positions it'll happen. But
do you think? Let me ask you a question. I mean, obviously you're stabbing, right? But would you think? Is it possible that they would look for a more veteran defensive coordinator?
That's a tricky one because I know they're pleased with the way that Gannon has changed up his concept the past few weeks. You got your cornerbacks coming down playing bump and run, and that's what's playing out.
Except in the first half against the Jets.
Well, yeah, but that's what they want to see. They want to see adaptation. So I don't know if they're going to pull the trigger that quick on the defensive coordinator.
I would be shocked. I don't like him a little bit, but I would be shocked if they did it. The way you said there's going to be changes made me wonder that could that be a possibility?
You know what? I think any and everything is on the table, but it all depends on what happens with this team over the next 4 games.
Right.
And we keep talking about how this is a great evaluation process for Jalen Hurts the next 4 games. It's also a great evaluation process for this coaching staff. We all know Nick Sirianni is going to be back in 22.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because one of the topics today has been Nick and what we think of Nick Sirianni and what we've learned, our impressions of him during his first year. It's the bye week. It's the perfect time to kind of look at him and analyze him a little bit. So I'll ask you a grading system with 0 to 10, 10 being, the best. How would you grade him?
Right now, I would say 6.5, between 6.5, 7. I like the way he finally went to the running game and he stuck with it, and that has really helped the overall play of Jalen Hurts and this offense. I think they could do a little bit better in the passing scheme. It's a 2-man passing scheme. You got Devontae, you got tight end Goddard. Outside of that, everybody else is like a forgotten entity in a lot of ways.
It's funny, and I hear you on this but I wonder how much he's hamstrung by the quarterback, and whether it's Hurts or Minshew. It's like I look at Devontae Smith and I go, oh my God, like he should be getting double-digit targets a game.
10, 15 a game.
I mean,
no question.
I look around the league and I see all your top wideouts getting that kind of volume. And I don't see it here. And then I remember the last play against the Giants and how the play was supposed to go to Devontae, and Jalen bailed on the play early, and it winds up, as we know, going to Reagor. And even though he should have made the catch, the play really should have went to Devontae Smith. So how many other times was he supposed to be the target, and he just didn't get the football because you got a young quarterback in Hurts, or even with Minshew, he don't have a strong arm either. So, how much is that?
Yeah, I believe there could be some truth. I don't know exactly, but I believe there is some truth, and I've said this on a number of platforms. The fact that they're running the ball more and that they've minimized Jalen throwing the football, I think has made him, except for that game against the Giants, has made him a more efficient, more comfortable quarterback. I don't know in the long-term future if the Eagles type of quarterback that Nick Sirianni wants to run his offense is on this roster. I really don't. But he inherited what he has. We don't know what the immediate future holds. I don't think it looks great in terms of trying to find that future long-term quarterback. So he may have to. That's why I said earlier he may have to come back with Hurts in 2022. But you can keep building around him to make the overall product better. To disguise maybe some of his deficiencies that Sirianni continues to work with.
Yeah. I agree. I think I like him. I gotta say, I like the dude. I like Sirianni.
I do too. I think he's a great guy. I don't know him.
Yeah,
but I think he's a great guy.
I don't either. I knew Andy really, really, really well, and that whole staff and all those guys. I love those guys, and I knew. I don't know Nick, but from what I gather, I think the dude is likable. I think he's got the respect of his team. So as we are here in the bye week, I got to give him. I agree with your assessment of a 7.
Yeah, I'm right there. I mean, obviously there's room for improvement. He knows that. He's an evolving young head coach. He'll sit back when the season's over. He'll analyze his strengths and his weaknesses, and hopefully he gets better. I mean, I can't, and I jokingly talk about this all the time, Anthony. I go back to Doug Peterson's tenure. That first year, after that first year, heading into year number 2, there were a lot of people out there, fire Doug Peterson. We need another coach. Lo and behold, he goes on to win the Super Bowl.
Hey, I got news for you. That wasn't just fans talking about that. He was legitimately in question.
But the Eagles didn't buckle, and what happened?
No, but the Eagles, but they also had a raised eyebrow, right? I mean, you know that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like there was no guarantee that Jeffrey Lurie was going to come back with him with a third year. If he doesn't, if you didn't see the improvement that you did.
Well, yeah, but he didn't have to win the Super Bowl to improve. They just
I agree. I mean, you
know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, listen, again, he has the year, and they have the 1 seed, and that secured him. It secured his future. But my only point was going into it, there was no promises from inside the building. Forget the fans.
What they wanted when they got rid of Chip Kelly, what they wanted was somebody completely the opposite of Chip Kelly.
Yes.
Chip Kelly alienated everybody.
Yeah, he was a creep. He was Chip the creep.
And so here they brought in somebody they were familiar with, somebody who was just happy to get a shot to be a head coach in the National Football League, and they could bend his ear whenever they wanted to. And it worked out fine until after Doug won the Super Bowl, and Doug basically got to a point where he said, you know what, enough of this. So
I feel you. My brother, great stuff as always, man. Thank you, D Gun. You have a great week, babe. You too, brother. He was the creep Chip Beef.
Yeah, he was it's one of those, if you look up J.O. in the dictionary, Chip's face could be there.
He was just a horrible dude. You know what he never did was the retrospective that was Chip Kelly. I heard stories.
Yeah.
I expected. Do you see the story? Like the athletic piece, Jeff McClain did those big sweeping pieces on the Eagles, Novacare. They never did the Chip one.
No.
And the Chip one was an interesting story.
It really was.
Let's talk about Corporalese. The incredible tomato pie. So, when I first fell in love with tomato pie, I'll tell you the story. I remember my mother used to make gravy bread. Right? Now, gravy bread was, she would have a pot of marinara sauce. All right? And we called it gravy, right? And she would get a roll, and she would put the hot gravy, the tomato sauce, on the roll, and she would call it gravy bread. And she'd say, here, you want a little snack? And that was, you come in for playing ball, she give you gravy bread. And that, I didn't realize, was the tomato pie. It doesn't get any better than the tomato pie from Corporalese Bakery and Deli. Since 1924, that's what they've done. They've perfected the tomato pie, and that's what it is. It's your crust, right? So you have the incredible pizza crust, so it's a crust, and then you have that amazing tomatoes. Just simple, fresh olive oil, fresh basil, fresh tomatoes, and it's just delicious. And it's light, and it's great because you can eat it all day long, and they finish it with a dusting of the locatelli cheese. It's the greatest thing in the world. And you can find it, Corporally's Bakery and Deli, 4 locations, Norristown, Limerick, Douglasville, and Audubon. 4 generations of pride go into everything they make. Take yourself back to a better time at Corporally's Bakery and Deli, where nostalgia isn't just a word, it's an ingredient. Learn more at corporallysbakery.com.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Sixers get the win. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by Bradford White Water Heaters. You may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose Bradford White. Sixers' second straight game in Charlotte against the Hornets, and for the second straight time, they took care of business, beating the Hornets, this time in regulation. Game 1 was in overtime. Now the Sixers have a back-to-back. Second game is here in South Philadelphia. They will take on the Utah Jazz. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. You can listen live right here on The Fanatic. The Flyers, 10th straight loss. They lost the Devils yesterday 3-0. Mike Yeo, interim head coach, falls to 0-2. So there's that. This update is also brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer. Some people think fall is the best time of the year. May also be a great time to consider getting vaccinated against COVID-19. Sponsored by BioNTech and Pfizer. Keep it locked right in The Fanatic for all the latest news and information. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Cuz, Anthony Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic. It's a bye week for the Birds, but the Fanatic has the NFL. Check out this NFC East divisional rival matchup as Dallas faces the Washington football team Sunday at 1. Hear the game right here on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Adam Schefter, every Wednesday morning at 8:10 a.m.
Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook.
It is such a big, significant decision for the Eagles. I think that Jeffrey Lurie would be swayed enough by what Deshaun Watson could do and how he could play. I think he would have interest.
Adam Schefter, every Wednesday morning at 8:10 a.m.
Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
And on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
We all love a high-scoring NFL game, right? Right. But at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, you'll be a winner once a single score. New customers who bet just $1 on any team to score can win $100 in free bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC. That's code FANATIC this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. In partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The cups with Tuesday coffee, wah la 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 la. Get the app and get free coffee, wah la 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 la.
This holiday season, Wawa Rewards members get any size coffee free on Tuesdays, including Wawa's warm and inviting holiday blend hot coffee or handcrafted peppermint mocha iced coffee. Get the Wawa app, sign up for rewards, and get free coffee Tuesdays. Happy holidays start at
Wah la 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 Wawa.
Sure, any 2 slices of bread with something in the middle makes a sandwich. But what makes a Wawa hoagie a hoagie? Is it the roll, perfectly crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside? The deli meats and cheeses, premium quality piled high? The fresh, crisp veggies, sauces, aioli, spices, oil, and vinegar? Or is it getting it made fresh just the way you like? Yeah, it's all of that. Hoagies made fresh just for you. Gotta have a Wawa.
Guys, 2021's been a roller coaster year, so spoil her this Christmas by giving her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all with soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas, exclusively from Pajamagram, America's PJ experts. Sensuous and smooth, naturally nude pajamas feel just like her own bare skin. Even more alluring than lingerie, the texture and touch of these pajamas is so seductive that you'll both love the feel of them. She'll love the feeling of wearing next to nothing at all, and you'll love the way they look. Check them out at Pajamagram.com. Best of all, Pajamagram does the wrapping for you with free gift packaging. Order today, and Pajamagram will also include a free matching naturally nude nightie with the purchase of naturally nude pajamas. That's free gift packaging and a free naturally nude nightie when you order today. Just go to Pajamagram.com. It's fast, easy, and delivery by Christmas is guaranteed. That's Pajamagram.com.
It's been a long time since something in men's clothing has been this
this exciting. It's called the Dress Collar Polo by Collars & Company, a 4-way stretch, lightweight, comfortable luxury polo shirt. But the top has a traditional English spread collar on it. So it gives you the look of a dress shirt, but with the comfort of your favorite polo or golf shirt. You can even wear a tie with it, and it comes in a variety of colors and patterns. If you're like a lot of men and you get hot wearing a dress shirt under a sweater or sport coat, check out collarsandcompany.com. That's COLLARSANDCO.com. Collars & Company.
This season, Fine Wine and Good Spirits is here to help give your guests a little taste of holiday magic with mini bottles of spirits. And these little gifts are so much more than just minis. They're tiny ornaments that you can also drink. They're the fun of spicing up your apple cider. Just a little. They're the smile that comes from giving everyone on your list a little something extra. And if their taste is always changing, you can't go wrong with a Fine Wine and Good Spirits gift card. Celebrate happier holidays. Shop in-store today. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, yeah, how's it going?
Word of mouth has Dante's dental clinic thriving.
17 new patients? Nice. Is this next month's calendar?
But he needs another dentist to give his schedule a good cleaning.
This is this week? You're kidding. Oh, you're not.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
For the ones who are always in the know.
Delivery confirmed.
For the ones who keep things running. For the innovators and the problem solvers. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, experienced staff at local branches, and free access to experts to help answer your toughest questions. So whatever challenge you face, we have the knowledge and products to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ever notice how homes with landscape lighting have so much more curb appeal? Hi, it's Mike Missinelli for Farron Electric. Now, right now, Farron Electric's custom landscape lighting design includes a pre-installation preview. You'll see what your custom landscape lighting will exactly look like before it's installed, so you know what to expect before that shovel hits the ground. Schedule your complimentary consultation at FarronElectric.com and ask about their no-hassle lifetime warranty on fixtures, bulbs, and transformers. It's Farron, Farryn, Electric.com.
All right, let's talk about Parks Casino, Street Road in Ben Salem, the fabulous 4 for 4 Sportsbook. Of course, you know we love our Parks. Street Road in Ben Salem. We'll be there tonight, Cousins Corner, right from the opening of the Sportsbook. We'll be there. You can turn around. You can see all the games, all the TVs. It's unbelievable. So much fun. It's a football night. Anytime you got a football night, dude, anytime it's a primo night, man. It's a primo football at Parks. That's the way to do it, all right? Football nights, you celebrate at Parks Sportsbook. And if you can't get there, don't fret. You could take home the incredible Parks Sportsbook and set it up right in your living room if you want, right in your TV where you watch the games. Just go to parkscasino.com/PA, all right? Use the promo code FANATIC. You'll give you a risk-free bet to $500. Website has all the details. Like tonight, I'm thinking Minnesota. I like Minnesota. I like the over. Minnesota over team total. I think I could see it's a bad spot for the Steelers. Tough spot off that win against Baltimore in that fashion, that physical game. Now you got a short week. When you play a physical game like that and turn around in a short week, I'm telling you, it's the bad spot. Take Minnesota. Go with Parks. Just remember, you got to be in PA. You got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
All right. Welcome back. Shooters, we've been talking about Sirianni the whole day. And you know what's amazing is that, dude, he's gotten a 7. Most people, 6.5, 7. It's been the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, things have gone well over the last couple of weeks. Like, think about it. Since he's made the adjustment offensively to the heavy ground game, they've won, 4 of the last 5? like things were going well for the team.
Yes.
They went for a team where a lot of people thought, wow, 3-4 wins. Like, I'll be honest. So I do post game, as you know, and last year it was work coming in. Right, like it was no longer enjoyable until Jalen Hurts came in, and then obviously you saw a little bit of spark, and it was different. It was just something else to talk about instead of just constantly Carson Wentz stinks, blah 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 blah. Doug Peterson should be fired, blah blah blah. I thought it was going to get to that point again this year. Like I thought, come week 10, it was going to be work coming into do post game again, and it wasn't. It's changed, and I can hear it on the phones right after the game, even in games where they lose, like that Chargers game. There weren't people like angry or upset. There was just people that were like, oh, that sucks. They'll be back next week. Like all of a sudden, the tone of the audience, the tone of the Eagles fan base has changed a lot. So 7 is that high for a guy that we don't really know much of? Probably. But I'm not going to give him like a 4. Like, I think that's a fair, like a 6. Is a 5-6 fair?
I think he's better than a 5.
I think so too. I don't know.
Mean,
like it's the weird thing. It's so much unknown because
like 6 to 7 range. I think.
But there's just so many unknowns because I don't know
I've
what
seen
his
2
system
6.5s, and I agree. Yeah, but there's a lot beyond just what's the dude's system, right?
Right.
There's a lot of that, like beyond that. So what? You're a head coach. You're the CEO. So I'm judging him as the CEO. So let's look at preparedness. They seem prepared every game, right? Like they don't get blown out.
No. They seem ready to go.
I mean, there's times where they had to come back to make it respectable, but they don't. But they're not. It's not like they're getting crushed.
No, and I'll give them the credit again. Even though it may have been late, and the one caller said it best. So there are a lot of stubborn coaches in all sports, not just football. All coaches are very stubborn. How many times are we going to scream about Doc Rivers having an all-bench lineup out there in meaningful minutes, in meaningful games, playoff games, Anthony? Nick Sirianni goes, all right, yeah, you know what? I do want to pass the ball 40 times, but clearly that's not the way that we're going to win the games. And what you and I loved so much at the start of the season, when he was asked about scheming, he says, I want to scheme to the strength of my players. Now, he kind of went against those words from weeks like 2 to 5, 2 to 6, but since then, he's changed. He's adjusted, and I'll give him a lot of credit for it. It all goes back to that Lions game, even though that should not be a barometer for anybody. Right? I know a lot of people got excited after the Lions game because they beat them up. Look, they have one win this season. But he noticed, I guess, hey, you know what? This is a run first team here with this current roster, and that's good. And I'm glad that he made that adjustment and he stuck with it. He really has.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm saying I see a lot of impressive, first year stuff that I just think they're professional, not impressive. They're just professional. So I give them big props on that. Anyway, 6.5. I think 6.5 is a good number.
Okay, I'll take that.
Again, there's things I don't like. Like I don't like defense, but I don't know how much is him. And I do think he's hamstrung somewhat by the quarterback in the passing game.
The defense thing is weird because he's on the record saying that he has gone in yelling at Jonathan Gannon, right? Like it's on the record that he went into the defensive coordinator's office one day and unleashed hell. And the very next week, that you saw less, zone coverage. You saw more pressure.
Yeah, I like that, man.
But then he went right back to it.
Yeah.
And then it took Fletcher Cox speaking out. And then it took Darius Slay and Javon Hargrave speaking out. So, I don't know. Like, I don't think that's a Sirianni thing. I think that's just a Jonathan Gannon stubbornness kind of deal.
Nah. All right, let's get back to the phone line. So to our friends, VT Ron. Ronnie!
My man, Potts.
What's going on, Ron?
Hey, you inspired me yesterday. I tried to get in yesterday, but I just was doing too much. I had a good deed today, and I want to put it. And what your show yesterday kind of led me to do it. A woman in my class, it's called Spokes for Kids down here, and we buy bicycles for kids for Christmas.
Oh, wow. I love that.
Well, she needed to get a G note, and she was $40 short. So I went in my pocket, gave her the $40. So we're going to buy 4 bikes for kids down here.
Dude, good man, Ron.
Yeah, good and man. Yesterday's show kind of was an impetus to that a little bit. And I want to thank you all for getting
Think about this for a second, right? $40, right? That's what's that? 4 or 5 beers, right? Not 4, right?
Exactly.
Like round of golf, not even at a good course, right? And you just helped 4 bikes. You know where that money's going? Right to 4 bikes for children. All right, that, my friend, means something.
It does. It does. And like I said, yesterday's show was really inspiring with everybody, what they would do. And I had one, but what happened today, it's crazy how we talked about it yesterday, and then all of a sudden this opportunity comes along, and I got to help out Esther. Her name is Esther. And
dude, good man. Proud of you, Ronnie.
Thanks, brother. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. But listen, we've been talking Sirianni all day. A couple of things with Sirianni. One, I think he's put his team into position to win football games. And that's all you can ask of a head coach. Put him in position to win football games. And it means going to the run, go to the run. And I'm going to give him a 7 simply because he's adjusted through the whole year. And his adjustments, for the most part, have been really pretty good. I mean, you look where he started to where he is now. I didn't have a lot of faith in the guy in the beginning of the year. I'll be first to admit it. But right now, he's grown on me just like he's grown on you. You said that he was swimming. Well, he's starting to do the backstroke. And I really think that he's really improved the whole attitude in the team, too. And that means that I think he's a player coach. I'm starting to see that. And these guys are playing really, really hard. And like I said, I think 7's a fair number. I really think that he's done a really, really good job for what he was dealt with. And he's got 4 games, along with Jalen Hurts, that are going to prove or disprove how good they really are. I think these next 4 games are imperatively important.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
It's going to start next Sunday.
Yeah,
next Sunday is the key. You're coming off a
good
and you're
team
going to play
too.
Washington.
I agree. I'm with you.
So if he's got Washington lined up, and he's got them lined up well, and they got a great game plan. You got 2 weeks to prep for them. They're coming off of Dallas. Man, I'll tell you what, that game could be a real season changer.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that I'll be up there for it, and I'll be listening to you guys in the car. And, hey, y'all have a great rest of the day.
You too, my brother. Good job. Proud of you, man. That's very nice. Oh, I got a yo.
We got a yo?
A yo. And don't forget.
Because we got a yo.
Yos don't stop. We did our Make the Smile Good Deed show yesterday, in which we always like to do from time to time. But our yos will always continue. And I have a yo coming up in studio. But a yo to my man, the Ace Man, at Branded Barber on Packer Avenue. They always have the show on at Branded Barber, Packer Avenue, the Ace Man. So we thank you. Again, if the show's on at your place of business, please let us know. We want to give you a yo. We got an incredible yo. So if you come to our Fanatic Studios, you could see some incredible art. And first of all, I love creative people. And I love art and writing, and I sketch and I do all this stuff. I love it. I'm such a big fan of this stuff. And so we met this incredible artist. In fact, his name is Daniel Duffy, and Danny is an incredible word artist. He did this Charlie Manuel piece that is unbelievable, how he can take words and create this beautiful picture. He's amazing. And in fact, he's got some works here. We are, for our YouTube audience, Danny, say hello to the YouTube audience and our radio audience. So you can speak right into the mic.
How are you?
Go, just speak right into it, baby.
Yeah. What's up, everybody?
My man.
To be here.
Danny, first of all, I think you're amazing.
Thank you.
You do incredible work.
Well, so do you. That's why I've been a fan for how long? 20 years, probably, at least?
I tell you, I marvel at ability, right? At God-given gifts. And you got a great gift. When did you start this? And it's so interesting how you put and are able to shape words into something that's an amazing picture. In fact, get a couple of them, and I want you to show our incredible YouTube audience
And I got some in here too.
Some of the stuff that you got that you do. How did it start for you?
Well, it started when, just like, all things men do, I wanted to impress a girl. So 2008, I started to date a girl from Wayne, hoity-toity. She's from the other side of the river, I'm from Lansdale. And I was like, how do I impress this girl? And I just noticed every single night we're on the phone, she's got the Phillies in the background. Huge Phillies fan, so was I. The first day we met, we were watching the Phillies, and 2008, we won the World Series. So I thought, how cool would it be? I thought about this old project I had where you can write. Kids have done it for years. They're called calligrams. Sky, sky, sky in blue. Sun, sun, sun in yellow. Tree in green. And I thought about this old project, and I was like, if I write every single game from the whole season to make Brad Lidge, that would be pretty cool. She would be impressed and wouldn't, and maybe look past the fact that I have my grandfather's, tourist station wagon, as we're dating. So that was the plan, and it worked. Brad Lidge on his knees, and we started to sell him in the K-Lot, 2009, home opening weekend. $10. I'm walking around. I have him wrapped up in rubber bands, and the people started to respond. And after that, the next one was Harry Callis, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
Harry's greatest calls ever, and we got that to the family, and that's when it all started to kind of take off, 2009.
That's amazing. What a story. Judith, Danny, born out of trying to impress a girl. How awesome is that? I love the fact. But listen, you make it sound like easy, like anybody could do it. And this is truly amazing how you can get those words. Do you sketch it out? Like when you're looking, I'm curious how you are able to do that.
So the biggest thing for me is obviously the image first, right? And it's tough because there's these famous images, and I kind of want to create my own image, so a lot of times I'll take 3 or 4 different pictures and to make sure that I'm kind of creating my own different image. So finding the right angle for the piece, and then I'm taking words. So what I have to do is basically get a bunch of words together. So for instance, my latest piece is Every Sixer Ever, creating the Wells Fargo Center. And
let me see, because I got bad lamps.
Yeah.
Let me see this thing. Wow, this is unbelievable.
And if you look close down towards the bottom, you'll see my pencil, So I start out with a pencil sketch.
Yes.
And then it's like, how many words do I have? How many letters do I have? And do a little bit of division and start writing. And then I'm halfway done the piece. Am I halfway done the words? And at this point, I pretty much know how big to write each letter. And if I need to write bigger, I do. If I need to start writing smaller.
How cool is that?
The funnest.
Look, what's cool? Like Tunis, he's got the Broad and Patterson, the street sign, the intertwined street sign, which I always love, right? And it's so incredible. And he's got, it's amazing. It's all for names. How cool is that?
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
They're all in there.
They are. Oh, my God.
We had a big debate how I was going to treat Ben Simmons. Am I going to write BS? Am I going to upside down or backwards? And you know what? The truth is, it's like Andrew Bynum's on there. There's...
You're right.
So he played for the team. He's on the piece, and it's fun for different generations to try to find their favorite players in each of the...
I'm doing that now. It's funny you said that. I'm looking at it right now going, I'm trying to find, oh my God, there's Doug Overton right there.
Try to find Keith Van Horn on there.
Wow, look at that. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. Stackhouse. Look, it's Jerry Stackhouse.
I wrote the big names very big, Will, Billy Cunningham.
You
got...
that's so cool. I love it.
So
Mike Dunleavy. Look at this. That's unbelievable. Look at these names. Very, very cool, man. That is dynamite. That is so cool, man.
And so I wanted to call in yesterday, but I know I was coming in today for that, doing good deeds.
Yeah.
That was cool how you did that. And we are trying to be one of those companies that gives back with every single piece. I did the Lou Gehrig's farewell speech.
Wow.
And I did it a long time ago, but kind of had it remastered. I spent a little bit more time on it. We got it to the family, and we're raising proceeds for Lou Gehrig Foundation.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All of our sports pieces. So I even got Alabama, LSU now. I'm doing
I love it,
SEC
dude.
football.
That's fantastic.
So all of our sports pieces, all of our Philly pieces, everything's going to raise money.
Give me the website. What's your website?
Yeah, it's artofwords.com. Artofwords.com. And on
Perfect.
social, we're The Real Art of Words, realartofwords.com.
Artofwords.com. I love it. How long does it take you to do a piece?
This one will be like 150 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I spent up to 250 hours. I did every eagle ever to create the old bird.
Yeah.
All the names. But when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, I wrote out every Eagles game ever to create the parade.
Wow, that's
so
cool,
to me,
man.
that was
That's
my
awesome.
16th chapel.
Oh, that's your 16th chapel. I love it,
That
man.
was the one that I had to do something special. So every single game,
Danny.
the opponent and the score, and create the parade.
Oh, my God.
Hopefully we have another one.
Oh, my God. That is awesome. Daniel Duffy, you're amazing, dude. You're incredible. I love the fact that you're doing this. I love the fact that it's national now for you, that you've branched out, but that you still are Philadelphia through and through, brother. You're 4 for 4.
No doubt, no doubt. And even, unfortunately, they're making me change the bandana on the Bryce Harper piece I just did. They're making me have it all red because of that Fanatic fiasco.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so I put the, how he famously
Dude, look
had
at
the
that.
Fanatic.
Look at that Bryce.
MVP.
That's awesome.
So this is MVP season, every game, 1 for 3, 1 run, 1 home run, 1 RBI.
Wow.
And that was versus the Mets on June 25th.
That's unbelievable.
So it's fun for everybody, and I appreciate you having me in here.
Oh, Daniel, you kidding me? I'm proud of you. Dude. I always love this. I love to let people know about local Philadelphians who do so many great things, whether it's in the arts, sports, food, you name it. Danny, great stuff, my brother. The artofwords.com. Artofwords.com. And make sure you follow him on social media at the Real Art of Words. So great work, man. I love it. Great stuff. And thank you for being so charitable and taking that Philadelphia spirit and helping other people as well. We'll come back. We got lots to do. We'll get back to your phone call straight ahead. It's Cuz Radio with the Chunas hanging out. And let me tell you about Golden Nugget Jewelers, right? Because maybe you are trying to get engaged. You met that incredible woman like Danny did, right? He impressed her. She saw what an artist he was, right? And went, oh, yeah, well, maybe doing the same thing. So you met her. And now you go, all right, now I need a ring because I want to get engaged. Well, go see my man, Yaron, the corner of 8th and Chestnut, and he'll give you a whole education on the diamond, right? You got to get the diamond that's perfect for your budget. He'll match it with the setting. He's got all the best designers, to Corey Viraggio, put it together in a beautiful package, and then it's up to you to propose. So what's the idea? So maybe you got a really good idea. Go to the contest page at 97.5thefanatic.com. Tell us your proposal idea. The one with the best idea will win a $3,000 gift card from Golden Nugget Jewelers to be used on any engagement ring in the store. That's $3,000. Visit Golden Nugget Jewelers online, goldennuggetjewelry.com. That's Golden Nugget Jewelers, where Philly gets engaged.
Fanatic Sports Update.
1 in 1 night. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit PAWorkInjury.com. Sixers and Flyers both in action yesterday. Sixers' second straight game in Charlotte against the Hornets, and for the second straight time, they beat the Hornets, and now they have a back-to-back tonight in South Philadelphia when they host the Utah Jazz. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. You can listen live right here on The Fanatic. The Flyers, they lost for the 10th straight time. They lost to the Devils yesterday 3-0. This update is also brought to you by the NJM Insurance Group, committed to being upfront with their customers. NJM, no jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Get a quote today at njm.com. Keep it locked here in The Fanatic for all the latest news and information. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update for 97.5 The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
Thursday night football tonight. The Minnesota Vikings taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Vikings at 5-7. Steelers 6-5-1. Minnesota a 3.5-point home favorite tonight, -162 on the money line. The Steelers at +142 with an over-under tonight of 44.5. The Eagles heading into a bye week. They return on December 19th when they take on Washington. The Eagles will play the rest of their games against divisional opponents. Philadelphia an early 2.5-point home favorite. The over-under at the link at 44.5. DraftKings Sportsbook is America's favorite sportsbook app. I'm Tony Desiri, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here. The football playoffs are near. Week 14 gives a big divisional rematch between rivals Cleveland and Baltimore. FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge, is giving new customers 30-1 odds on either team to win. That means you can win $150 on just a $5 bet. There's so many fun things you can do with this game. Sure, look at what team you like, but then you can look at players, money lines, touchdown scores, prop bets. Everything you want to do is right there for you. Are you already a FanDuel Sportsbook user? Well, FanDuel is hooking all customers up with $50 when you refer a friend. Plus, your friend will get $50 also. Sign up with promo code Bob before this Sunday afternoon matchup. You could win $150 on a $5 bet. Remember, promo code Bob.
Must be 21 plus and present in PA. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $150. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Mike Missinelli here for Landis Block and Concrete. There is nothing like having a beautiful backyard. Think how many things you can do with it. You can sit outside on a nice little patio, have a nice glass of wine, have a few friends over to cook on your Landis Block outdoor kitchen. Turn your backyard into a personal paradise with Landis Block. They're the resource center for all outdoor living. All you need is imagination, space, and a budget. Check out the photo gallery at landisbc.com. That's landisbc.com for Landis Block, jaw-dropping outdoor paradises.
Hey, it's Cuz. Are you an HVAC tech with at least 5 years experience? You want to work for a company with a great boss? Then apply online today at ServiceFirstHVAC.com. These are my guys. Qualified applicants will receive a signing bonus up to $5,000. And that great boss mentioned, real great boss, he covers 100% of your health and dental insurance, offers a 401k with company match, and ensures year-round work with no seasonal layoffs, plus overtime. Because Service First puts employees first. Apply today. ServiceFirstHVAC.com.
Meet Patrick Peterson, owner of a Philadelphia coffee shop. Business was normal until a coffee critic called it the best specialty coffee in the country. It was time to scale up. So he turned to his American Express Blue Business Cash Card, which lets him earn 2% cash back on his business purchases for the first $50,000 spent and 1% after that. Now Patrick has some new ideas brewing. Built for business by American Express. This story features a fictional character from a fictional business. Terms and cashback cap apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/bluebusinesscash. Don't do business without it.
Adam Schefter, every Wednesday morning at 8:10 a.m.
Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook.
It is such a big, significant decision for the Eagles. I think that Jeffrey Lurie would be swayed enough by what Deshaun Watson could do and how he could play. I think he would have interest.
Adam Schefter, every Wednesday morning at 8:10 a.m.
Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
And on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
We all love a high-scoring NFL game, right? Right. But at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, you'll be a winner once a single score. New customers who bet just $1 on any team to score can win $100 in free bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC. That's code FANATIC this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. In partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Fogo de Chão, start with dining different this holiday. Make the season special with jumbo shrimp and chilled lobster on our seafood tower. And then taste delight by trying the lamb chops and filet. And then go decadent with a melt-in-your-mouth Wagyu New York strip, carved tableside by a gaucho you swear looked just like Santa. At the very least, he did come bearing gifts. A new holiday tradition. It's what's next at Fogo de Chão.
Hey, Ray Magliozzi here. Have you ever cooked a really fine gourmet meal? Yeah, me neither. But I'm told it all comes down to the ingredients. And when I need ingredients to improve my car, the place I go is eBay Motors. Whether you roasted your last transmission, graded your current floor mats, or pureed your side view mirror on a lamppost, eBay Motors has the right parts at the right prices. 122 million of them. And by the way, if you recently fired up your grill, don't worry, eBay Motors has grills too. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
You know when you order a new video game, or a golf club, or a blender, and then it arrives at your door, you get a little thrill. Imagine how much more thrilling it is when you order a new car. With Nissan at home, you can shop for the perfect ride and order it without ever having to go anywhere. Sure beats a golf club or a blender. Buy a new car entirely online with Nissan at home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway. Thrill starts here. Services may vary at participating dealers, subject to applicable law. See dealer for details.
Every day, small businesses like American Hats are being found on Google. With a free business profile, 652,000 Pennsylvania small businesses are connecting with customers. Find free resources for your small business at grow.google/smallbusiness.
Hey, it's Mike Miss here. You know, Philly Sports is a big business, and we've got you covered every weekday with the Fanatic's Business of Sports Reports, powered by Pico for Business. For information on how your company can save with Pico's incentives, go to pico.com/business.
Hey guys, it's Andrew from my local go-to outfitter. That's Flacco Shoes, Clothing, and Formal in Conshohocken. You have to check this place out. It's awesome, right? So let me tell you, Flacco's their selection of Red Wing, Nike, Birkenstock, shoes for every type of job. So there you go. I'll say it again. They have everything. Flacco's offers personalized and knowledgeable service. They do everything. That's where I got my tux for my wedding a couple of years ago. My groomsmen as well. My father, my father-in-law, they took care of us. Flacco's also carries sportswear of your favorite Philly sports teams, whether it's a jersey or just a fun t-shirt or a hoodie. I actually was rocking the other day a Slim Reaper. Yeah, Devontae Smith, a Slim Reaper sweatshirt. It was really cool. They got everything. Scrubs, safety, footwear for men and women, work clothes by Carhartt and Dickies, and a full line of designer formal wear. And if you need a present for the wife and kids, Flacco's carries a full line of women and children footwear, and you can get stuff for your buddies as well. I mentioned it, all the sports gear. Flacco's has been a part of the Conshohocken community since 1926. They support local charities and other worthwhile causes, which makes them such great people. And small businesses like Flacco's are the backbone of our communities. So support your local business for a unique shopping experience. Seriously, it is a unique shopping experience because they've got everything there. And, of course, the guys there as well, Vince, Joe, Don, and Anthony. They are so cool. They're so nice. I was so lucky to hang out with them a few weeks ago, and it was just a great couple of hours that I spent with them. So make sure you check them out. Flacco's Shoes, Clothes, and Formal Wear, or visit Flaccos.com. Flacco's, a store like no other.
More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
All right, it's 12:30 across the Delaware Valley. Don't forget our 12 o'clock hour is brought to you by our good friends at Service First Heating and Air Conditioning. Get 0% financing for 72 months, $500 rebate when you purchase a complete heating and cooling system from Service First. My guy Brian, learn more, servicefirsthvac.com. Don't forget, coming up 1 o'clock, we'll talk to the geek. All your fantasy stuff, we'll tackle that as we get to hang out. By the way, my father says, hey, how'd the story end? We're talking about Danny and the girl.
Oh, that's right.
And my dad correctly said, how'd the story end?
I'm going to have to find that out.
Oh, I know how the story ended. The story ended, and in case you just joined us, we had Danny, the word artist, on, who was just terrific and does incredible work. And he got into it because he wanted to impress a girl. He was trying to impress the girl from across the tracks in Wayne, right? So he does that. Here's how it ended, with 2 kids.
Oh, all right. How about that?
So he is happily married today.
That's
with
awesome.
2 children. So congratulations, Danny.
Yeah, his work's awesome, man. It's really cool.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic. All right, let's get back to the phone lines. VG, what's going on, VG? Did you call to give praise to Villanova basketball?
What's up, buddy? How you doing? What are you talking about? What? They beat an unranked team? Great. Good for them.
They beat your squad.
Yeah, they got a bunch of crews. They beat an unranked team at a neutral site. Great. Good for them. Congrats.
It was a rout.
They looked so good in the first half. I thought they were going to hang. Man, I'm a broken man. Listen, I don't know if it's a mixture of COVID last year with no sports and this. I just am broken, man. You know, between the Sixers and the Flyers, you know what I watched last night?
What did you watch?
Nick Cage, Family Man. Takes place on Christmas Eve. I'm looking for some holiday movies. That's what I watched. I didn't watch 1 second of either game.
You didn't watch? Really? Yeah.
Nothing.
See, you know what's funny? I can't even castigate you. Like, I can't. I mean, you know, first of all, we're watching the Flyers. I go, ew. Right? This game is... It was horrible. Like, it was a horrible game. And I'm going back, and let's face it, Sixers Charlotte again.
Right.
Wow, dude.
I know. I got into it a little with the bro and our buddy Hicks because they were talking about Drummond, and I was just like, I can't even watch this. It's like I told you it's like preseason. It was just even worse for that.
Yeah, and I like the drum. I do. But here's the thing. Like, this is
that's what we're talking about.
I know, and it's tough. It really is tough. And just an FYI, watching the Sixers, you got to allow the broadcasters to be on site.
This is like they're not on site.
It's terrible. I don't understand Comcast Sports and NBC Sports Philly. Yo, guys, they got to be on site.
This isn't like a Bill's cable company. You fucking Comcast and NBC.
I don't understand it. Like, it's so obvious they're not there. They're missed plays, and it's not their fault. It's not fair to them.
They're not actors. They don't, like, there's something about acting. You can't get as excited as when you're in the building with the crowd. And
Exactly.
It's terrible.
Oh, come on, guys. You got to do better.
Yeah, man. So I want to talk about Nick. You know, with Nick, it's like, he's all right. If he was at the bar and there was a stool open next to him, you're not going to mind sitting next to the guy. He seems fine. I don't know what I like about him. I don't know what I dislike about him. Just like we'll keep him around, see what happens.
Well, let's analyze it for a second. Because I agree with you. I think he's got that way. Like, if he's next to you, you go, he seems like a good dude, right? Like, that sort of thing. I think they're professional, and I think he's got an eye. I see some good concepts, some well-designed plays.
I guess. I mean, the stuff with he kisses Howie's ring a little too much for me, and the fact that Hurts isn't looking to Devontae Smith as often as he should be, that bugs me.
Yeah, but how are you supposed to make him do that? Like, here's the thing.
Hey, he's the coach, not me.
No, but listen. Just because you know football, just because a coach designs a play doesn't mean the guy's going to go and execute it correctly.
I know, but that coach hoops. I got a point guard. We're running plays. I know who I want the ball to go to. If it's not going there, we'll sit and work through it and discuss it and try and make it happen.
Well, right, but it's a little different than, hey, I'm crossing half court and I got to get the ball little Jimmy's hands for a post up.
Hey, come on, little Jimmy. I coach high school guys. They're not that little. Come on.
Oh, I didn't know you were high school, man. I thought you were 10, 11.
Well, they're high school age, like 17 to 19-year-olds. Yeah, and little guys. Sure.
Oh, yeah. That's nice, Gus. I like that.
So I'd give them a 5. And Flyers, I never thought I'd say this. Well, first of all, before I say this, the Flyers, you know what they're missing?
What?
They don't have any winners on this team. They got no guys with cup experience. Not one on the whole roster. And he's like Bobby Abreu at this point to me. He's just there, puts up good stats. He's okay. He's just not a leader like you need on the squad. They're too young. They got no one with any winning experience.
Yeah? So, is that it? Because I think they lack a little bit more talent.
Here it comes. Chewing us. Play the song. We said 10-game losing streak. Bring that song back.
Oh, no. What do you mean? What are you talking about? I thought we banned it for life.
Yeah, well, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He hated the song, too.
I said on the air at the Name This Restaurant Sports Bar, for all you frauds that rooted for them to lose 3 straight, to get this song gone. They were going to end up having a 10-game losing streak. And hey, we reached 10 yesterday. I could put it away for a while, but I'm just saying they keep on losing. It's all you fraud fans. It's your fault. I'm staring right at the YouTube cat because I know there's haters on there. It's all your fault.
No, it's not their fault.
You rooted for losses.
It's not their fault.
Yes, it is.
This isn't karmic. This is not karmic.
Yes,
no, it's not.
Are you trying to be Robin Williams? It's not your fault. It's your fault.
It's not their fault.
It's all your fault.
It's not their fault. Yeah, because now you're taking the blame off where it should be.
That's true.
This thing needs to be redone in a big way. And they need a whole new there's no good vibes. They need good vibes. Dude,
well, we were vibing.
We're never vibing. Get the hell out of here with the 2 times.
It's your fault.
Song stinks anyway.
It's your fault.
Connor, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Con!
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, Connor?
Not much. Driving across the fascinating bland state of Kansas right now on my way back to the homeland.
Really? Now, where did you start?
Denver.
So you're driving from Denver back to Philadelphia.
You got it.
Driving across the plains.
Yeah, it's fun. I just want to thank you guys for all the hours of entertainment during this drive, and I'd like to thank the NHL schedule makers because there's going to be no game in Pittsburgh while I'm stopping through. I know I would have a ticket to the game and give all my friends, a chance to bask in my misery.
So tell me the story. So you just drove out or you live there? Like, what's your backstory?
So I lived in Pittsburgh for a few years after college. Beginning of the pandemic, got laid off, moved out there. My sister's out there. I got family all over, so I kind of just had to make a decision. But
now you're moving back home?
Nah, just coming home for the holidays.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, work splits up a lot during the winter, so I'm taking a few weeks off.
Good for you. So you're making a drive home from Denver. That's cool. How's the weather like? Is it what's it like out there on the plains?
Well, in Denver last week we had 70-degree weather. I work outside. I was working in a t-shirt.
Damn, nice. Very cool. Very cool.
But yeah, I'm calling about the Flyers.
Yep.
As I was saying, we'll be stopping through Pittsburgh. I'm real happy there's not a game. I know I'm going to get all the jawing from my friends out there. But I just, when I see this team, they just look defeated. I went to 3 games out there when I was living in Pittsburgh. The first game, they lost 3-2 in overtime. Whatever, had a good time. Second game, they lost 7-0. Third game, I couldn't really get many people to go with me. They're all lukewarm. So I bought 6 tickets for the game. Paid for everyone's tickets. They're losing 7-0 in the second period.
Oh, God.
I'm sitting there with
how gross.
with my head in my hands, thinking I've seen 15 straight Penguins goals. I've seen a Flyers goal out here. And it was, I'm ashamed to say, the first game I've ever left early.
Oh, my God.
I walked 5 miles home from the stadium. My friends, they got home before I did. They had the Uber driver beeping at me and going out the window at me. And I'm just wondering,
brutal.
why do I care so much? Do these guys care at all? Where's the fire, the pride in this team? This is my question for you guys. Who's the Jason Kelce on this team? Who galvanizes this team? Who lets them know this is unacceptable?
Yeah, except here's the problem, though. Doesn't it begin with talent? Are they a talented team? Are they lacking? Like, I agree with you. It's gotten ugly, and they're better than what this is, I think. But, dude, they're not good.
They aren't. I don't know. A lot of people brought it up. It's attitude. In my mind, it's attitude. Like,
is it attitude or is it talent based?
I don't know. Because a lot of these guys come up, and I'm excited for them. I think they're talented, but they don't have that Scott Hartnell anymore. That Wayne Simmons, and things are going bad.
Yeah, but even those guys, though. But even Hartnell, like, we love those guys and all that stuff. But what did those dudes do? Like, this has been a decade of dreck.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, they haven't had a sniper since Danny Greer. You know, they haven't just had a.
And I miss him. And listen, I love Hartnell, right? Like, and I love it. But again, that's probably the last time they had a pulse. They don't even have a pulse. Con, listen, good stuff, man. Be careful driving, brother. All right.
Thank you.
See you, buddy. Of course, man. But when you look at it, Judas, that's the thing. They don't have a pulse now. They're not even good.
No. I mean, you got shut out by the Devils yesterday.
You know,
I forgot Brodeur was in net yesterday. You got shut out by the Devils.
I know.
It's just you're not getting anything out of watching them. Even they scored 5 goals the other night against the Lanch. They gave up 7. And Martin Jones is skating out of net, turned the puck over. Like, it's just gross.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I'm forlorn. I got 2 things though. However, I was telling you I was watching the game with Tooch. I saw the 2 greatest. First of all, I had a great beer.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were talking about that.
This beer, I took a picture of it. It's a Yards.
Okay.
It's a new Yards beer. I think it's new, but it's the Jefferson beer. It's Jefferson's Golden Ale. Dude, what a beer.
Tastes good?
Tasty beer.
85% on beeradvocate.com.
Really?
With 930 reviews. So that's a solid rating right there, man.
Dude, this Jefferson Ale, wow, Jefferson's Golden Ale, delicious.
I love Yards, man.
And the greatest is that the ales of the revolution. Oh, dude, I'm down with that, dude.
Man. Solid percentile in this beer, too.
Right?
For a Golden Ale, I'm not used to an 8%er. My God.
Yes.
That's awesome.
It's tremendous.
Yeah, they do a great job.
It's 8%.
Yeah.
No wonder why.
Oh, were you feeling it a little bit? And you were like, wow, why am I feeling it?
Yes. No wonder why. 8%.
Yeah, that's what it says on their website, man.
No wonder. I was like, man, and maybe because I hadn't
drank beer in a while.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know why I got a little buzz.
That makes a little.
I was sitting on the couch. I'm like, wow, interesting.
That makes a little more sense now for you.
It does, but he also had this thing, dude. He has he goes, you want a little brown? I go, yeah.
All right,
I'm in for that. So he's going around. He goes, oh, let me show you this. It's a bottle of Crown.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
With a leather Eagles jacket.
That's awesome.
So it's a leather, it looks like a football, right? And it's got the laces. And then it's got on one side, and it's a leather Crown, and it's an Eagles like football jacket over the bottle.
That's cool. I'm sure you went nuts over that.
Dude, I loved it. I like little trinkets.
Yeah, you're a trinket man.
I love trinkets. I don't know. It drives my wife insane because I love the trinkets. Love the trinkets. All these little things. Man, I got all this stuff. I love it. I love this stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. I would like something like that. That's awesome.
It's awesome.
By the way, speaking of awesome, and yesterday,
yeah,
I had an awesome sandwich.
Oh, dude. So I'm waiting for you. So I see it on Instagram that because we talked about this.
Yeah, Bobby took a video of me taking my first bite yesterday, and I'm glad he did because it caught the solid reaction because it was delicious.
So you had the cheesesteak. It was a kielbasa cheesesteak.
Yeah, so it's at Gall & Company Malt House. They got 2 locations. Their original's in Port Richmond, which is, Polish country in the Philadelphia area, and I've been there quite a few times. Not to the location, but in Port Richmond, because that's practically cousins to the Lithuanians. So I've been to the Port Richmond area multiple times, but we were in the Rockledge location yesterday. Cool bar, there's a wraparound bar. I'm a big fan of the wraparound bar, and they had that there. They had all kinds of great food, but I had the sandwich, and it was chopped up kielbasa with Cooper Sharp American cheese, and I know you're a Cooper Sharp man.
That's not American. Cooper Sharp is cheddar.
there was so whatever the Cooper, it was American though. So the Cooper American.
Oh, okay.
Whatever that company, they made an American cheese. And then fried onions. So it was basically a cheesesteak, just not a cheesesteak. Kielbasa. And it was
so they have the kielbasa meat.
Yeah, they called it the Wit or Witowski.
That's pretty good. That's
a great name.
That is a great name.
And dude, I crushed it. Bob asked me for a piece, and I was
like, "What kind of roll?"
Like a big steak roll. Big, though, because listen, there's a lot of meat in it.
Well, but was it a cheesesteak roll, like where it was soft to roll?
Yeah, soft roll, yeah.
Like a cheesesteak.
Yeah, I'll send you the photo of it, because I took a picture of it yesterday. And it was loaded up. I mean, loaded up. And I crushed it, man. It was so good.
I
just sent you the photo. Take a look at it.
So did Bob... Did he have it?
I gave Bob a piece, even though I didn't want to, because it was so good.
Well, why didn't he have his own?
He did get one for his own. He brought one home, but I wanted him to taste it fresh.
Wow,
yeah,
dude, that look at it glistening.
Yeah, dude, it was really freaking good. And like,
could take it from the street teams hanging out.
Now here's the thing, like it kind of tasted the way I just described it. Like it's not like the kielbasa didn't taste like kielbasa. Like it tasted like kielbasa.
But it looks like it almost looks like roast beef.
Yes, it does look like that. But everything, all the ingredients went well together.
Well, I could see that. The onions.
Yeah, but I've been eating kielbasa my whole life, and I never thought of putting melted cheese on top. But that changed my life yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go back.
So the kielbasa, meat, onions, and the Cooper American.
Yeah. Melted on top, man. And then they gave they gave the cheese onions. Cup for the side with the fries.
Well, by the way, that would go together, right? Because the onion and the kielbasa,
Yeah. But I just didn't know. I never thought of cheese, ever.
You're a kielbasa man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. School me a little bit. Is that the kielbasa is like the dog in the same family as the hot dog?
Yeah, I would say so, because there's like the casing and all that kind of stuff.
Right, but it's the same,
Yeah, brat, like that family, I would imagine.
Right.
Totally different taste, obviously, but it's so good. And I've eaten it for breakfast the next day after, because my mom makes it, and then if we have leftovers, I'll fry it up on the pan the next morning and eat it with eggs. And I know you're not an egg man.
Yeah, no, I don't.
But it goes well. So I shouldn't be shocked that the cheese and everything goes together well in the sandwich. But it was that good, man. Like I can't wait to check it out again.
My man Danny Muriello, my buddy Danny, sent me a picture of that sandwich.
Yeah, you should. And those were good fries. You said they look good.
They look like that's a nice looking fry.
It was a great fry.
That's a good looking fry. He said Silwaukee in Port Richmond has really good kielbasa.
Okay. Oh, yeah, the Port Richmond area in general, I'm sure, all kinds of great stuff.
And that's, you're basically cousins.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Poland, Lithuania, you guys are right there.
Yeah, and I've been eating that for a long time now.
Really?
That was like
you're
a
kielbasa man.
Special occasion kind of stuff, yeah.
And
next day, kielbasa sandwiches, yeah.
You know what's funny? I heard John can't get over the whole cheesesteak. The name, like, to me, the cheesesteak has transcended the sandwich itself.
You just call it a cheesesteak. It's easy to say.
It's because it's transcended. It's that big of of an item.
Now they don't call it a cheesesteak. They call it the Wit or Witowski. But
everybody knows that's the way
it's easy to describe.
Yeah,
Come on, John.
It looks like it. The Witter was at Witowski. It looks delicious.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I gotta taste it. I gotta taste it. Now, where's the place at again?
We were in Rockledge yesterday, but their original location's in Port Richmond. So they got 2 spots.
That's amazing. Thanks to Pat from Ardmore Primos. The kids wanted some Primos today. So Pat at Ardmore furnished the Primos. Now, Haley, our resident Flyers fan who answers the phones, she wanted...
We need to talk about that.
She wanted turkey.
Hold on.
First of all...
We need to talk about this more.
She wanted pickles and cucumbers.
Yeah, dude, we need to talk about this.
I can't even fix myself to do that.
Yeah.
That's a bad...
We'll talk. Yeah, this is the weirdest sandwich I've ever seen in my life.
No good. Hey, Let me tell you about my guys at Golden Nugget Jewelers. Right at the corner of 8th and Chestnut. We were telling you the love story that my man Daniel Duffy, the artist, what he did, right, to impress a woman. Listen, if you impressed her and you're ready to propose and you got to get the ring, right? Well, I urge you, implore you to go to Golden Nugget Jewelers on the corner of 8th and Chestnut. Listen, one stop. You go there, you talk to your own. He's going to hook you up. You're going to look at diamonds. You'll learn about cut and clarity and everything else. And then you'll pick the diamond. He'll match it with the setting, with stylist setting. Viraggio and Tacori, all the best designers, they'll match that. They'll get it within your budget so you feel great about the whole thing. Then it comes up to you about your proposal idea. Well, if you got a good one, let me tell you, go to the contest page, 97.5thefanatic.com, and give us your proposal idea. The one with the best idea will win a $3,000 gift card from Golden Nugget Jewelers to be used on any engagement ring in the store. That's $3,000. Visit Golden Nugget Jewelers online, goldennuggetjewelry.com. Golden Nugget Jewelers, where Philly gets engaged.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Back to back, I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by Bradford White Water Heaters. You may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose Bradford White. The Sixers beat the Charlotte Hornets yesterday. Second straight game they played the Hornets in Charlotte. They took care of business in both games tonight. Second game of back-to-back when they host the Utah Jazz. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. And, of course, you can listen to that game live right here on The Fanatic. Before the game, make sure you tune in at 6 o'clock from my man, Anthony Gargano, and Cuz's Corner. Flyers, they lost for the 10th straight time yesterday. They lost to the Devils 3-0. Mike Yeo, interim head coach, is 0-2. This update is also brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer. Some people think fall is the best time of the year. It may also be a great time to consider getting vaccinated against COVID-19. Sponsored by BioNTech and Pfizer. Keep it locked in The Fanatic for all the latest news and information. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Seth Curry, 3-ball, up and good.
Sixers Jazz, tonight at 7 on your home for 76ers basketball. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Sixers basketball is brought to you by Corona, official partner of the 76ers.
Guys, 2021's been a roller coaster year, so spoil her this Christmas by giving her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all with soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas. Exclusively from Pajamagram, America's PJ experts. Sensuous and smooth, naturally nude pajamas feel just like her own bare skin. Even more alluring than lingerie, the texture and touch of these pajamas is so seductive that you'll both love the feel of them. She'll love the feeling of wearing next to nothing at all, and you'll love the way they look. Check them out at Pajamagram.com. Best of all, Pajamagram does the wrapping for you with free gift packaging. Order today, and Pajamagram will also include a free matching naturally nude nightie with the purchase of naturally nude pajamas. That's free gift packaging and a free naturally nude nightie when you order today. Just go to Pajamagram.com. It's fast, easy, and delivery by Christmas is guaranteed. That's Pajamagram.com.
Inside the Birds with Jeff Mosher and Adam Kaplan. Mondays from 6 to 8.
Why you would all of a sudden want to abort mission, which is to find out if Jalen Hurts is your long-term answer, because Gardner Minshew came in and did what a good backup should do, is sort of surprising to me in the city that has seen this act play out over and over again.
Inside the Birds is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
We all love a high-scoring NFL game, right? Right. But at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, you'll be a winner once a single score. New customers who bet just $1 on any team to score can win $100 in free bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC. That's code FANATIC this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply in partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This season, Fine Wine and Good Spirits is here to help give your guests a little taste of holiday magic with mini bottles of spirits. And these little gifts are so much more than just minis. They're tiny ornaments that you can also drink. They're the fun of spicing up your apple cider. Just a little. They're the smile that comes from giving everyone on your list a little something extra. And if their taste is always changing, you can't go wrong with a Fine Wine and Good Spirits gift card. Celebrate happier holidays. Shop in-store today. Please enjoy responsibly.
Introducing Introducing the next generation of compact digital manifolds from Testo. Best-in-class Bluetooth range and wireless clamps. Easy to use, fast, accurate results. Large graphics, all in one compact, rugged package. Testo digital manifolds are field-ready, fully smart, and fully wireless, just like the top HVAC technicians who use them. For a digital manifold that won't test your patience, visit Testo.com to find a local distributor near you or order online at Testo.com. Testo.
Gather near and bring the cheer this holiday season. Dazzle and delight the love of your life with a gift from Hellsberg Diamonds. Don't miss great prices on stunning diamond studs, tennis bracelets, gemstone rings, and the year's must-have look, gold jewelry for stacking and layering. Another reason to go to Hellsberg? Get a free Microsoft Surface Laptop Go with a purchase of $1,699 or more. Visit Hellsberg.com or a store near you today. Limited time offer while supplies last. See online or in store for details.
Philadelphia's hometown sportsbook. Bet Rivers is the official sports betting partner of the Philadelphia Flyers. All season long, make your hockey bets with a trusted local team at Bet Rivers Sportsbook. Get started today with a special offer. Use the code 250MATCH to get up to $250 in bonus money on your first deposit. Whether you watch the Flyers game at home or at the Bet Rivers Sportsbook at Rivers Casino Philadelphia, bet with a winner at BetRivers.com. Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a pricey long-term contract to get in on the action. Well, no more, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide, with plans starting at just $35 a month with no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A32 5G for only $299, all on America's best networks. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required, actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Why is this oven still going? Hi, this is Dinesh.
Dinesh's Bakery just landed a sweet catering contract.
40 dozen fritters? Friday at 5 a.m.?
He needs an event planner to help him rise to the occasion.
Oh, every Friday at 5 a.m. Not a problem.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, Ray Magliozzi here. I don't know about you, but my car could use a few upgrades. I mean, the 8-inch tear in the driver's seat does have sentimental value since my butt has molded to fit it, but I'm ready to move on. My solution? eBay Motors. They've got all the right parts at the right prices. 122 million of them, from seat covers to whole new seats. When I get that new seat, I think I'll put the old one in the living room, right next to the minivan seats, or as we call it, the sectional. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Let's talk about Parks. I love Parks. I'll be there tonight. In fact, Cuz's Corner cannot wait to hang at Parks. We love it. In fact, we'll suss out all the games for you. Yeah, in fact, my man, the Big Brain, will be there, and we're going to go through the card for the weekend. It'll be a stress-free Sunday with the no birds, right? Birds bye. So it's a good stress-free, and it starts tonight. So it's a football night. Make it a Parks Casino and Sportsbook night. Same game parlay, whatever you like. The props for tonight. We'll have you set up on the Big Brain, and we'll check. We'll go into it. I like Minnesota. I think it's a tough spot, real tough spot for Pittsburgh tonight, coming off the Baltimore game. That's a physical team that you played. You won, so there was some elation there. But the physical nature of it, and then turn around on a short week, telling you it's a go Vikings, go Vikes, Vikes. Tonight you got to go Minnesota. Anyway, check out all they have to offer at Parks Casino and Sportsbook. You're going to love it. Download it right to your phone. And in fact, you can go get a risk-free bet up to $500. The website's got all the details. Go to parkscasino.com/PA, promo code Fanatic, risk-free bet to $500. You got to be in PA. You got to be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
All right. Welcome back. I can't believe it's 1 o'clock already. 1 o'clock across the Delaware Valley. Man, this season's flying by. I was talking to the Geek. The Geek said tonight is, or this weekend marks the last weekend before the playoffs of fantasy football. Like, this is a major playoff type of push. So you may have fantasy questions for the Geek. Let me tell you, all right, you can reach us, me, Anthony, at Anthony L. Gargano on Instagram. All right, DM me, and I will ask the Geek all of your fantasy questions. Or go to the Ace Altunis. All right, you reach the Tunis.
975 middays, if you don't mind.
97, whatever it is. All right. 975 middays?
Yes.
I'm resistant to that account because it's not an hour account.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Which is why I do it every week, and you correct me every week and go 975 middays.
It's just easier for me.
Yeah. Maybe you should change it. Maybe that would be easier.
What should I change it to?
I don't know.
975 cuz.
And Tunis. Tunis is easy. Yes. Joining us to give us all of his fantasy incredible knowledge. And he is amazing. What did you say, Tunis?
Yes.
He's the best. The one, the only, Geek. Hello, Geek.
What is going on, fellas?
What's happening, Geekus?
Fantasy playoffs right around the corner. I hope that your listeners are crushing in their leagues and they're cruising into that first place bye week for week 15.
Well, listen, dude, you have helped people a lot on this program. All right? You have gotten a lot of people, give them a lot of help when it comes to fantasy.
That's the idea. We're gonna lead them. This is the way we ride the horse to the championship. It starts now. Get your team ready. I love this part of the season. If you're out, you're out. You know, like some people are too late. You could play some DFS.
All right.
You know?
I got you. Well, first of all, everybody always wants to know your DFS predictions. You were all over Minshew, in fact, on Sunday, and Minshew wound up being part of the Millie Maker lineup.
Anytime you have somebody with the word God in their name, you cannot discount that. Gardner Minshew, Dallas Goedert, Godwin. The triple G lineup last week was the nuts play for the million.
You're crazy. I
higher
love
authority
it.
was keeping it. Higher authority was looking out for that.
You're a G. We should have realized go with the God lineup.
Yeah, of course. We talked about it.
Oh, you're the man. You know.
No. You know, anytime you've got a player facing the Jets, my beloved Jets, I don't care who the player is. If you're up against the Jets, you're in a good spot. So, you know, is there controversy in Philly town? Is there controversy about Gardner versus Hurts? Is this a topic?
No. It's not a topic. No? There is no controversy. Hurts is going to start next week against Washington.
No, there it is. No controversy.
All right, let's get to it. All right, Mike wants to know, with Dalvin Cook cleared to play tonight, should he start him over Higgins, Chase, Renfro, or Lamb? Full PPR, by the way.
T. Higgins, Chase, Renfro, Lamb. CD. No. So I'm not expecting a big game out of Cook tonight. I think we're going to see a split workload. I think we're going to see a split workload for Cook. We're not going to get like normal Cook. We're going to get a little bit of an abridged version of Cook. And those are some really quality wide receivers on that squad. So unless it's a non-PPR league or something like that where running backs are just massively favored, I would stick with that crew of studs that you just mentioned, even above Dalvin Cook.
So you're not in love with Cook tonight. All right, so Luis wants to know, who should he start of these 4 running backs? All right? 1 starter, 1 flex. It's full PPR, point PPR. You ready? Hubbard, Madison, A.J. Dillon, Edwards-Helaire.
Okay. All right, so I'm just going to go through these guys, right? Madison, I don't think you could play him. 40% touch count tonight. Take him off the list, right? Hubbard, Chuba Hubbard.
You like Chuba.
I do like Chuba. The offensive coordinator got fired. Coach said didn't establish the run. So what's the next guy going to do? Not establish the run? Like, that seems like the worst idea. I like Chuba Hubbard in the spot. Definitely would start him. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Like, listen, I love A.J. Dillon, but with Aaron Jones in the mix, A.J. Dillon is not going to be somebody to be relied upon at all. So go right back to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's looked great.
I like it. All right. Phil wants to know, Taysom Hill or Kirk Cousins 4-point passing touchdown scoring?
Now, you know my love for Tay-Tay, right? You're aware of this.
I know. I don't understand it. You love Tay-Tay.
I love me some Tay-Tay. But I've got a little bit of concern. Again, playing against the Jets, I got my little bit of concern is this. What if Alvin Kamara scores 5 touchdowns in this game? Like, Alvin Kamara could just come in and eat all of the fantasy points. They don't need to throw.
Yes.
They don't need to throw. Kamara. Jets don't have any answer for Alvin Kamara. So I'm a little worried about Taysom this week. I generally love him, but I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go with Cousins here, and it makes me a little sick. I'm feeling a little nauseous even saying it, but I think you got to go with Cousins because Hill just could get full scale vultured by. Come on, I don't mind if I got Taysom Hill and I maybe just try. I'm happy to start him, but Taysom Hill's a little bit riskier than usual.
You're worried about the vulture. I get it. If Kamara, the vulture, takes your touchdowns, it is a possibility. I agree with you.
Yeah, it's out there. So I have no problem if you choose to go with Taysom, though. I love him as a player. I love his fantasy production. But just this 1 week, because the Jets are so terrible against running backs, that I have this weird sense that maybe Kamara has his 4-touchdown explosion week.
All right. Julian wants to know, in the flex spot, Dontrell Hilliard, Donta Foreman.
Yeah, it projects better for Foreman here. Jeremy McNichol, he used to be McBitcoins. Now he's McDogecoins because he's not that good.
Right.
Is back for this game, which can harm Dontrell Hilliard's role with the team. Titans massive favorites. That favors what Donta Foreman's going to do. So I'm going to go Foreman there. Much safer play than Hilliard, who we just don't know if it's going to be him, McNichols, or something else.
All right. Now this is a follow on this one. He's got to fill 2 running backs, a wide receiver, and a flex. All right. He's got Dalvin Cook, Barkley, Darrell Henderson, Kamara, Godwin, DK Metcalf.
All right, I heard some good things in here.
So let's analyze. You would put Godwin and Metcalf. Would you play both of those?
Yes. So, I mean, the top guy is Kamara. He's in there. He's playing.
Right.
4 touchdowns this week, right? So you've got Dalvin Cook, who's a scary play because, of course, we don't know if he's going to get half the carries, all the carries, what's going on. He's been hurt. I think he's actually going to be fine. Saquon Barkley, just part of a really gross game with a terrible quarterback. I can't mess with Saquon. Jake Fromm, no. I don't know. Who's the quarterback for Jake Fromm? No. Giants 10-point underdogs. That's not a good scene for the running back position. Godwin's great. Kamara, Godwin, absolute studs. I think you could the third choice, you've got Metcalf, Dalvin Cook, but what's his name? The best of them is the Rams running back, Darrell Henderson. So, to me, the top 3 of this group, and I'm going to play Henderson above Cook and probably even above DK Metcalf as my safe trio. Did he need 3 or 4?
Well, 2. He needs 2 backs, a receiver, and a flex. So it's 4.
Oh, that's 4. Oh, my goodness. All right, so 2 backs would be Henderson
and Kamara.
Kamara.
And then you would go Godwin and Metcalf, right?
Yeah, and Metcalf.
Yeah.
Sure. You leave Saquon on the bench. You leave Dalvin Cook, as tough as it is to do.
Yeah.
We save him for next week. That guy's making the playoffs. I promise you that. That team is money.
All right.
He'll make the playoffs. Next week we'll play Dalvin Cook.
All right, Nick the Moose has quarterback troubles with the bye week. Now, here's his options, available options. Big Ben, Trevor Lawrence, Cam Newton,
gross,
Teddy Bridgewater. Which of those four?
This is going to be off-brand for me. It's a little off-brand. But I kind of think you got to go with Cam Newton.
You got to go with the Newton.
You got to go with the gross Cam Newton. And it doesn't feel good. You're not going to feel good about it. He's not going to look good out there. I promise you that. But
what about Ben? I mean, they are like. I think tonight they score a little bit.
Yeah,
and Vikings defense isn't good.
I'm using Roethlisberger as a fill-in for my Jalen Hurts. You know, I had Jalen Hurts.
I know you love Jalen. Yes, you're a Jalen fan.
Riding to the championship, and I am playing Ben Roethlisberger tonight because I don't even have a Newton type choice that I can make. But here's the thing with Cam. Yeah, does he look terrible against a good defense? Yes, he does. Do you want to play him against the top 20 defense? Probably not. But you're talking about the worst team in Atlanta against quarterbacks. So they're 32nd. They're giving up the most fantasy points per game to the quarterback position of any team in the NFL today. So they're the worst. And, I feel like if Newton has time and he can't rush the quarterback and he can just stand there and aim the football, take a couple extra seconds, relax, take a deep breath, that he could actually complete some passes. I believe in him in this game, just this once.
All right. Sean, I need the geek bad. Cortland Sutton or Boyd?
Oh, man, that's a rough one. I don't think you're feeling good about either player. Can we give it to Sutton? He just got paid. It's Friday night. Party's pumping over there. You got that big contract. Maybe we give it to Sutton, but that's a pretty rough choice. You flip a coin, and I don't feel I can add much to this one.
Wow, really? How about that?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
All right. How about this one? My man Greg says that your number one DFS turd tonight in the showdown.
Oh, somebody watches the showdown breakdown knows about the turds. Tonight's turd of the night. You ready for this? D.D. Westbrook.
Wow. D.D. Westbrook.
Who's playing WR3 for the Vikings? He's 2K on driving. You've got to pay down somewhere. My favorite play for tonight's game overall, to be clear, is just Justin Jefferson. Get as much of him. Get him in your captain spot. Justin Jefferson's the man tonight. But, yeah, I mean, if we're looking for you got to find some pay downs. And do I love most of the pay down options are really bad because both of these teams are extremely tight in terms of their target pool. They don't tend to target the turds all that much. So Dede coming in, going to play a little bit of. Let me just get a look here. Yeah, he's coming in. He's going to play some WR3, 2,200. Is it pretty? No, but I think
look at that. All right, I like it. Dave Madonna. Dave wants to know D-Hop or Debo. Well, Debo's not playing, is he?
I mean, if Debo plays, you play Debo. It's
right.
Simple. I don't know if he's going to play. It's unclear as of today. It's Thursday. Hopkins is great, and you're happy to play him anyway, so I don't think you have to sweat the decision too much. But if Debo's in, Debo's playing over pretty much everyone.
All right. All right. Real quick, before we get to Chunas, in fact, you got a tool for everybody. It's every week it's changing, right? It's the Sharp app.
We're adding things every week to the Sharp app. You've got your power rankings in there. These are the app we've built. It's specifically for sports betting advice, but it translates over to fantasy, which is something that I love. I'm on there. I'm breaking down the DFS slates every single week as well. You can see my shows on there. And of course, the tools we've built in. You know what we're putting in now? Because we just added in betting handles so you could see what side of each bet the public is on versus the sharps. It's really great information. It's totally free on the Sharp app. And we're adding in the next couple of weeks something called the Player Center, which is an innovation. No one's doing this, where the same way we break down games, all the stats around the game for betting purposes, we're doing this player to player. So it's going to help you with your fantasy football decisions, but also your prop bet decisions. So got to check it out. Get it now. Sharp.
Yeah, it's awesome.
On Android, and it's a free app. What's more to ask? You'll love it. You'll get some fun shows. You'll get some incredible data. Really great sports gambling advice as well. So, yeah, definitely check it out.
Hey, real quick, JB has an opening at WR2. Westbrook, Green, St. Brown, Tony, Allen Robinson.
Whoa. What a terrible, terrible group of choices. I feel like,
Sorry,
it's one
JB.
worse than the next there. It's one worse than the St. Brown. When we got to talk about Amon-Ra. And which Westbrook is it, Dede or Westbrook Akine? I think I like Westbrook Akine
That's
more
who it
than any
is.
of these.
Yes, that's who it is.
Yeah, I think you could go with Westbrook Akine.
Yeah.
As horrible as his name sounds to even pronounce.
Or he could do this.
For the Titans.
Or he could do this. He can go Jeff Wilson, right? Or Donta Foreman in the flex.
Is Jeff Wilson playing? I'm not sure about that either. It might be JaMychal Hasty. Jeff Wilson's got some issues going on. So, it's not pretty. It's pretty late in the season to have such a tough choice. I assume he must have, Jonathan Taylor on that team to be even.
He does have Elijah Mitchell, so that's good.
Or Eli Mitchell.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, Judas, hit him real quick.
Let's rapid fire for the YouTube crowd here. Van Jefferson or James Conner? Ryan wants to know.
Conner.
Chase Edmonds or Darrell Williams, because Jonathan Taylor's on a bye. Fex wants to know.
I don't think Chase Edmonds is playing, so it's Darrell Williams by default.
Okay. Knox, Hillard, or Darnell Mooney for the flex. Scott wants to. Scoots wants to know.
Love Scoots.
Scooty. Put Knox in the flex. You're going to be happy.
All right, real quick from the midday count. Cortland Sutton or Sony Michel? Jeremy wants to know.
Sony is only playable when Henderson is out, so by default, you must play Cortland Sutton.
Okay, let me give you one more. Kyler Murray or Taysom Hill?
We're going Kyler here. All day. Easy one.
All right.
How about that? I like that a lot. All right.
Got to play Kyler. I love Tay, by the way. I don't want that to go unnoticed.
I don't know what you love about him.
He runs. He runs for touchdowns.
Right.
He runs for touchdowns. That's what I love.
All right. Listen, you're the expert, all right? I'm not. You are. So that's all that matters. JB said...
You're too focused. You're too focused on wins and losses. I don't care about wins and losses.
Yeah.
I don't care. I like my players losing and chasing points.
I love
That's my favorite situation.
I love it. Geek, you're the best, man. We love you. The Sharp app, it's a free app. Download it. And Apple, iPhone, the App Store or Android. So we appreciate it, buddy. We'll talk to you next week. Good luck.
All right. Sounds good. Take care, guys.
There he is, the Geek. I was talking to the Geek last night. What is it about the Geek? Why is he beloved here? People love him.
Because he's a geek. There's something to geekdom that I think people love.
I do too. I appreciate. I like somebody who's that passionate and that good.
Yes.
Like he's good at his job.
He gives out winners. That helps too.
Yeah, that's true.
He could be probably Stone J.O., but if you're making people
but he's
money,
also got a good way about it.
Yeah, of course.
The Geek's got a little.
He's his own personality.
He's got his own panache.
I've never met a person like the Geek, which probably helps too for people.
Yeah, no, I agree. Oh, what's that? Is that the Goots? Is that Michael Goots? Goots has this big giant head. It's like a helmet. And he jumps up. Oh, he knocked in. Poor Anthony. Got hit with the Goots head. The headbutt. The Goots. Whatever Anthony does, the Goots is his protector.
Yeah?
So if I hug Anthony, he has to be in the middle of it.
Oh, yeah, that's me and my dog.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
Not looking at her.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, we love our pets. We love the Goots. I'm telling you about it. And this is why I love Pets Plus Naturals. They have made it their mission to save as many cats and dogs as possible. So many resources from Pets Plus go to rescuing animals. That's why every animal available at Pets Plus is not a dog or cat that you buy. it's a dog or cat that you adopt. Yes, adopt instead. These animals are saved from a shelter. They're brought to Pets Plus, where they are cared for by vets, given proper nutrition, and, of course, lots of love. And they're in tip-top shape to be your next four-legged friend and join your family. If you're considering adding a dog or cat to the family this holiday season, please, I urge you, visit adoptinstead.org. That's adoptinstead.org. See all the animals the people at Pets Plus have rescued, and they're amazing. And they're ready to settle in to a new permanent home. Pets Plus Naturals, locally owned and operated for over 30 years, all right? Locations all over the area. There's bound to be a Pets Plus Naturals near you, featuring free delivery in some areas, all right? Just go check them out. They're the best. Pets Plus Naturals.
Fanatic Sports Update.
A 1-in-1 night. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by Wawa. It's gift card season. Wawa is your one-stop shop for all gift cards. From Wawa gift cards, Wawa e-gift cards, or a gift card from your favorite brand, Wawa has a gift card for anyone on your list. Sixers and Flyers were both in action yesterday. The Sixers got the win in Charlotte. Second straight game in Charlotte against the Hornets. Took care of business. This time just in regulation, as the first game had to go into overtime. Now the Sixers have a back-to-back. Second game of the back-to-back is tonight when they host the Utah Jazz. Tip off at 7 o'clock. You can listen live right here on The Fanatic. The Flyers, on the other hand, they were handed a loss. Another loss. Their 10th straight loss. They fell to the Devils yesterday 3-0. This update is also brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer. Some people think fall is the best time of the year. It may also be a great time to consider getting vaccinated against COVID-19. Sponsored by BioNTech and Pfizer. Keep it locked here in The Fanatic for all the latest news and information. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Cuz, Anthony Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic. Join the John Kincaid Show tonight from 5 to 7 p.m. at PJ Wellahan's in Medford Lakes for a PJ's Happy Hour. Come out to say hi and enjoy delicious PJ wings.
Guys, 2021's been a roller coaster year, so spoil her this Christmas by giving her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all. With soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas, exclusively from Pajamagram, America's PJ experts. Sensuous and smooth, naturally nude pajamas feel just like her own bare skin. Even more alluring than lingerie, the texture and touch of these pajamas is so seductive that you'll both love the feel of them. She'll love the feeling of wearing next to nothing at all, and you'll love the way they look. Check them out at Pajamagram.com. Best of all, Pajamagram does the wrapping for you with free gift packaging. Order today, and Pajamagram will also include a free matching naturally nude nightie with the purchase of naturally nude pajamas. That's free gift packaging and a free naturally nude nightie when you order today. Just go to Pajamagram.com. It's fast, easy, and delivery by Christmas is guaranteed. That's Pajamagram.com.
Football fans, we all love an action-packed, high-scoring NFL game, but with the latest no-brainer from DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, you'll be a winner once a single point scored. I'm Adam Schefter. New customers who bet just $1 on any team to score can win $100 in free bets. It's that simple. DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also get skin in the game with new same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets from the same game for a bigger payout. The more legs you add, the more money you can win. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC. Bet $1 on any team to score and win $100 in free bets. That's code FANATIC this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. In partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Shop on eBay this holiday season to get more for your dough on stand mixers. Or get more for your buck on this season's hottest tech and gaming gear. And on eBay, you can even get more. Phew. Last minute deals delivered right on time. It's the biggest deals of December, so get more because you save more with eBay's one-day only last minute deals. Get more when you get it on eBay.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now, Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is, Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure. It's not complicated.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
Tis the season to save at Hand & Stone Massage and Facial Spa. You can buy a spa package, get a free massage or facial gift card, or save $10 on single-service gift cards. Visit any of the 57 Hand & Stone locations in the area to purchase, and you can also look up your nearest location for special online savings in December. Gift cards can be used at any location in the United States. Valid on guest pricing only. Other restrictions apply. See or call the spa for details.
Don't forget the pretzel tray. No party is complete without a Philly Pretzel Factory party tray with delicious dipping sauces like tangy sriracha, honey mustard, brownie batter, and buttercream. There's something for everyone. So order now and find your nearest location at phillypretzelfactory.com. Whether you're the host or the guest this holiday season, don't forget the pretzel tray. Pre-order now at phillypretzelfactory.com. It's Philly Pretzel Factory, where better gets made.
O'Reilly.
This is Claudia's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
I had just moved to a new city and barely even knew where the grocery store was yet. When my car wouldn't start one morning, I didn't know who to ask about local shops. But I remembered a name from back home, O'Reilly Auto Parts. I called and they pointed me to a great mechanic just down the street. Now I feel a little more at home.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Bet Rivers Sportsbook wants you to experience Rush Pay. When you want to cash out your winnings, you don't want to wait 2 days just to get the go-ahead to withdraw your money. That's why Bet Rivers created Rush Pay. With Rush Pay, 80% of withdrawal requests are approved instantly, meaning you'll get your money faster. Why wait? Get your cash when you want it. Bet with a winner. Bet with Bet Rivers Sportsbook at BetRivers.com. Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Do you know a greater Philadelphia teacher who goes above and beyond for their students? Well, nominate them for the Citadel Heart of Learning Award, which honors local teachers. Nominate your teacher today at citadelbanking.com/heart. You can help Dunkin' roast hunger this season. For every large hot coffee purchased by DD Perks members, Dunkin' will donate $1 to 5 food banks in our region. Download the Dunkin' app today to join DD Perks. Together, we can give joy this holiday season.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. More of the Anthony Gargano Show now.
On 97.5 The Fanatic.
$130 across the Delaware Valley. Tunes! Show went by fast today. How about it, man?
Yeah, flew by, man.
So here's the deal. Here's what we're looking at. Most people are good with Sirianni. That's my just a quick, informal, after a day's discussion. Feel pretty good about him. That's been almost every caller that we've talked about. Now, as we do, we have guests and we have the geek on. And so now we got open lines because we know where we're doing that segment. If you need to reach us, we got, one more segment to hang. You know the number, 610-632-0975, 610-632-0975. And I would be curious if for those people that go, you know what, I'm not a Sirianni fan. I want to know why. Like that sort of thing. I would love to know why. Is there an issue? What is your biggest complaint? Because I'm still trying to feel myself through the conversation, right? Like, what would be my biggest complaint with Sirianni so far? I think they're prepared. I keep going back to defense. He did rectify. He ran the ball. My biggest issue with the offense is I want Devontae Smith, I need the ball in his hands. Now, I don't know if that's the quarterback or what. I don't know. I have a tough time judging. And the fact that they've gone so run heavy takes him a lot out of the game. But all right, so that could be a nitpick. As far as big picture, head coach, like transcends offense, I think they're pretty professional. I think, as far as a guy, I think he comes across positive. He comes across likable.
Well, we heard it all throughout training camp. This is his first year as a head coach, right? All throughout training camp, we heard how organized the camp itself it was. Preseason, everything was very professionally done. Heard it from, Tim McManus was on daily during training camp with Mike. He talked about it every day. When we had Jeff McClain on, we had Zach Berman on, everybody that we had on that covered the team, everybody said the same thing. This is a very professional run camp. And one of the things you heard was toward the later parts of his time here as Doug Peterson, it wasn't so professional. Like it almost looked like it was all over the place, whereas Nick Sirianni had a schedule and he stuck to it. Almost like Chip Kelly, just not as crazy as Chip Kelly.
So, all right, let me ask you this. What don't you like about him? Like if you're grading him, what would be the bad grades?
Well, it's hard to judge, again, because I don't know what his actual system is when it comes to the quarterback right now. And it's not his fault that there's personnel. So far this season, whenever I've complained about Nick Sirianni, it's probably been more nitpicking than actual complaints. Like some of the things that stand out, right? We're 13 weeks in the season. The plays that you remember. 2 weeks ago against the Giants, why is Greg Ward lined up in the red zone? Why is Greg Ward on the field? Number one. Number two, why is he lined up in a red zone offense when you could run a route to try to get Devontae Smith involved? Dallas Goedert. At that point, your ground game, Jordan Howard wasn't hurt yet, right? So Jordan Howard was getting 5 yards per carry at that point. You have an incredible offensive line, and yet you're running a play for Greg Ward, and I'm not going to say you wasted it down, but you kind of wasted it down. Also, a couple of weeks ago, there was a 3rd and 2. And they were in that spot where if they don't get it, they're going to go for it. So they designed 2 pass plays in a row. I would have rather have ran the ball on 3rd down because you're probably going to get it. And if you don't, all right, now you throw the ball on 4th and 1 or 4th and 2 or 4th and 3 if you lose a yard. So it's been more so like nitpicking stuff. I haven't had any issues with clock management. I thought he's handled his timeouts well.
Yeah, I think his challenges,
he's winning every week.
And I don't think he's I got to be honest with you, too. I was a little afraid of all the analytics and all of that department owning him and his decisions on 4th downs and everything else. Nick, I'm proud of you, Nick. You've run the ball, Nick. Keep running the ball. I was afraid of Chardy. I was. I thought Chardy would have more say. But I think I agree with Chardy. I think so far, most of the 4th downs going for 2s. I'm still not a big believer of, go for 2 when you don't have to go for 2.
I hate the
preemptive go for 2.
Yeah, like we're down. If I get this, we're down 6. If not, we're still down 8. So that means if we score, we can just go for 2 next time.
Yeah.
Well, no. What if you don't get the 2-point conversion next time either?
Right.
You put yourself in that position.
Correct.
And he did that a few times this season.
Yeah, and that's a Chardy move.
Oh, but if we get it both times, we win.
Yeah, that's a Chardy move.
Yeah.
Right? Don't forget, coming up soon, Chardy's Christmas special.
Can't wait.
Chardy has his own Christmas special, man.
Mr. Seth.
Yes, Mr.
You're a mean one,
Mr. Seth.
You really are a heel. You're a
Leave Leave Chauncey alone. Leave Chauncey alone.
Football man.
You're a bad banana.
Oh, that's great.
You're a spider too, I banana.
But overall, I have not been irritated by Nick's decisions. Fourth down, go for it.
I've
go
not
for it.
been
I really
either.
haven't. I mean, I'm not, and I thought I would.
The biggest thing, honestly, to start the season was, yo, dude, you can't have Jalen Hurts drop back to throw it 40 times.
Right.
But he has since made that adjustment.
Right. And listen, I can't fault him early on. You want to try to give, listen, it's a passing league, right? So if you have to find out the guy's your quarterback, you got to be able to throw. You can't run it every time. Like Belichick did that one time, but at some point,
55-mile-per-hour.
Well, that's my
winds.
point. Sometimes Mac Jones is going to have to throw the football, and he knows that, and he's done that. So, you got to find out what you got with Hurts as a thrower at some point. So, listen, whatever. He made his adjustments. He ran the ball. He used his offensive line. So, from that goes back to the stubborn thing. So, overall, I think he gets pretty high marks, no?
Yeah, I would think so. I don't see why anybody would give him a low grade. If you want to give him a C, okay, I guess C's get degrees. Shout out Temple University. I'm here. But I don't see why anyone would give him an F. Now, there are a lot of people that don't like him because there are people that believe he's putting Jalen Hurts in a bad spot. I don't know how you can say that over the last 5 weeks.
Dude, seriously, I can't.
That Giants game where people
went away.
Called in saying,
"Yeah, I didn't see that."
It's Sirianni's
So he's back to throwing the ball.
Sorry.
I mean, I went through the play chart. Come on, man. That wasn't egregious at all.
No.
So what are you telling me? He should never throw? That's not realistic either. At some point, the quarterback hurts the coach too. It's not just a one-way street. Uncle Frank has a good line. It's the Charlie Brown Christmas special.
Yes. Love you, Uncle Frank.
Charlie Brown. Lucy moves the ball against Charlie Brown. And what does Charlie Brown do? Charlie Brown goes, and he goes analytics on Lucy's ass. All right? He said, let me tell you something, Luce. All right? I got something for you. I got the power of the analytics.
I don't kick the ball here, Luce.
All right? I'm not. I'm going for 2, Lucy. Take that. It's the Charlie Brown Christmas special coming near you. Let's go to Chucky. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hello, Chuck.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Chuck?
So, no part of what I'm going to say is an endorsement for Gardner Minshew. I want to be clear on that. He's a backup quarterback, and that's what he should be. My issue is there's this narrative out there that we have to see Hurts for these last 4 games. What are we going to see that we haven't seen? Let me tell you how it ends. 11 for 21, 110 yards, and 50 yards rushing.
I disagree with that.
He is.
Yeah, okay. Now, you may be right. You may be right. But I disagree that for a fact. It's called exhausting every option possibility, and you're doing it amid the backdrop of a tough game in the winter. I don't know. You may think but you don't know for sure. And you could call it a narrative, which I don't really appreciate, but I disagree with you. I think this is how you do things. If you have nothing to gain by Minshew. Nothing. What are you trying to gain with Minshew?
Again, I said I'm not a Minshew guy.
No, but forget the Hurts thing. I know. I believe you. You're not a Minshew guy. But what is the point of Minshew?
Maybe making the playoffs versus not making the playoffs.
First of all, do you know that Minshew gives you a better chance at making the playoffs because he beat the Jets?
Listen, I know this. I know he certainly appeared like he had a better grasp of the offense. He got rid of the ball. The ball got out.
I don't know. I watched the first half against Denver, a much better defense, and Hurts played well. Did he not?
But that's one half of 12 games.
Whatever. It doesn't matter because we're just comparing. You're comparing one half of the Jets. than one half of the Jets. And by the way, there were more lollipops in the candy store on those throws.
So you feel like there's a chance one of these weeks he's going to throw for 280 yards and 3 touchdowns?
No, I don't. But I don't know that. First of all, I don't know what I need to finish it out. That's the point. And a quality NFL mind knows that there is something about throwing on time. You know what you liked about Minshew is he threw the ball on time, right?
Absolutely.
That's what you liked about him. Well, I got a kid who is still learning how to play the position. If I get the kid to throw the ball on time, my guess is I would have the same results that a Minshew would give you.
I hope you're right, Ant.
It's not about being right. It's not about being right. The playoffs aren't on my mind. I need to build this thing. Now, here's what I've been telling you, and I've been telling you all along. I don't think either of, well, I know Minshew's not, and I don't think Hurts is the answer long-term either. I think I need a quarterback.
Exactly.
But, I just don't I don't understand what there is to gain with Minshew. I just don't get it. That's all.
Thanks, Ant.
See you, brother. Have a great one. I mean, that's it. I just don't understand it. I agree that the odds are I'm not going to see anything new from Hurts, but I got to see it. No, that's the point. I got to check the box. I'm not being fair to myself if I don't check the box and exhaust every possibility. That's it. And it's the truth. When we talk about Minshew, what everybody liked about Minshew was he got rid of the ball on time. Hey, that's great. That's why he's a great backup. I'm not telling you I'm a Minshew hater. He could be my backup. I got no beef with Minshew. But what Hurts needs to do is get the ball out on time. Let me see it. I saw him play really well against Denver. Now, he didn't need to throw the ball in the second half. But I saw him play really well. I don't know. Do I think that can I extrapolate that over the last 4? Can I get anything? And that's a better defense. I mean, I kind of have an idea who he is, but I'd rather see the dude play. That's just where I'm coming from. Kenny, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hello, Ken.
Guys, I always call, make you laugh, noodles, all that stuff.
Yeah, noodles.
Listen, I'm on some real talk today.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a background on me. I'm biracial, Ukrainian and black, and I remember I was down my ex's campground in Stone Harbor, and it was the McGregor and the dude fight, Mayweather. And I remember that night, I was the only one, let's say I was the only one with melanin in my skin. And everybody was betting on McGregor. I mean, I had a pillowcase full of money. And dudes was mad when Mayweather won, and I'm thinking, where's the logic? When people got hidden agendas, they don't see logic. Like, when we become that team where we take Jacksonville's garbage? Come on now, yo. Like, Minshew is what he is. He's a backup. But we got to see what Hurts is before we discard him.
That's been my plan.
No, I know that's yours.
No, that's my plan. And I don't understand why you deviate because, and I don't think it's any, honestly, maybe I'm wrong, right? I mean, we talk real, Kenny, you know that.
No doubt, always.
And I'm sure there's a small percentage of people, who knows, right? But I truly believe that this city cares just about winning, right? And they see a dude and they go, well, you know what, he did throw the ball, and they make him out to be better because he played, and you and I look at it and go, dude, he played against the Jets. You got to extrapolate. I don't think it's agenda. I think it's just people go, well, you know what, he can throw the ball.
Yo, whatever it is, it blocks logic.
I agree.
Yo, if you see that dude's passes got so much air under it, Goddard had to wait. He was so wide open. He had to wait. He had Boston Market. He sat down, rolled up a funny cigarette. He did everything, and then caught the pass.
He had the Boston Market.
Laugh, guys. Yo, I went to the
Kenny, why don't you got to be a stand-up guy, dude.
No, listen, I went and got the yard. I tried to get the yard golden hour. They didn't have it. But I got the Philly L, John. I tried it. It's all right.
Dude, this new Jefferson Ale.
Yo, I got to get it. Listen.
Dude, it's good.
I grew up on Beck's, man. My family was Ukrainian, so I grew up on Beck's.
Oh, you're the best, Kenny. I love you, brother.
Happy holidays.
You too. I want to talk to you before Christmas, all right?
No question, man. I got you, man.
All right. See you, brother. Take it easy. This Jefferson Ale. I can't believe the Jefferson Ale's 8%.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know what's weird? Think about the Beck's beer. Like, I don't think I've ever enjoyed a St. Pauli girl unless it's at my dad's house or at my parents' house. Because that was my dad's beer when I was growing up.
Oh, really?
That and Molson Golden. I will tell you right now, Ann, I have never purchased Molson Golden. But he always has it at the house during holidays. So the holiday party.
That's a hockey beer.
And it's just it tastes so good on Christmas Eve when we drink it. But I guarantee you on December 26th, it's probably not as good. I don't know. It's like the psychological effect to it.
Listen, that's a truism.
Yes.
When you associate, association is strong.
Oh my God, yeah.
It could add everything to taste. Without a doubt, the association is a strong deal.
Yeah. So Molson Golden, Christmas Eve at my parents' house, dynamite.
Yeah, I can see that. But this Jefferson Ale, man.
Yeah, it sounds good. I gotta check that out.
It's one of the Revolution Ales.
Oh, I can ask my man Tommy to bring some in. Tommy Alvord. He's a Yardsman, so maybe
tremendous.
Maybe one day I'll bring him in.
High marks on the Jefferson Ale, the Golden Ale. Now I want the Toots had a couple 6-packs.
Now you're gonna have to find one.
Yeah, see, I've been off beer, but holidays I might.
Yeah, come on, man.
You know what I mean?
Dive in.
I'm trying to make it. You get it. Hey, by the way, I do have to tell you about, in case something's going on with your roof, I got to tell you about my man Anthony Labruciano. That's right. He's got this incredible new software where you could see in 3D how your new roof's going to look, or your siding, and you could change the style or the color of your siding. You name it. I'm telling you, you got it at Labruciano Roofing Exteriors, and you could see it without extrapolating over a swath of material. He's got this new program that you could see. The software works. It's tremendous. Check out Labruciano Roofing and Exteriors. Be careful about ice damming. Which when water gets trapped inside your walls and freezes, no good on that, all right? Anthony wishes you a very happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, the whole thing. He's the best. Check him out. Make sure before winter your home is in tip-top shape. Anthony Labruciano, call him 610-265-ROOF or go to PARoofPros.com. That's PARoofPros.com. Anthony Labruciano, Roofing and Exteriors, the Shingle Master. All right, Tunis, that's going to do it for us today. Don't forget, we'll be back a little bit later on at Cousins Corner tonight from Parks Casino and Sportsbook. Stay tuned. Mikey Miss, Tyrone, and Jen coming up next. We love you, everybody. Thanks. We'll see you in the morning.